और पूज्य संतों का यहाँ पर सानिध्य भी हमारे सामने है। मित्रों, आज मैं चैतन्य महाप्रभु, प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत जो महाविष्णु के स्वरूप है, गदाधर और श्रीवास, ये सभी को प्रणाम कर कर मेरी बात की शुरुआत करना चाहता हूं। मैं जब यहां आया हूं तब मायापुर धाम में भक्ति सिद्धांत प्रभुपाद जी और भक्ति वेदांत प्रभुपाद जी को मन पूर्वक प्रणाम कर कर मेरी बात की शुरुआत करना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि ये दो महापुरुषों ने ही श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने जो भक्ति आंदोलन की शुरुआत की, उसको न केवल आगे बढ़ाया, आधुनिक बनाकर युवाओं में और विश्व भर के आत्माओं के कल्याण का रास्ता प्रशस्त करने का काम किया। श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने एक ही जीवन काल के अंदर देश और दुनिया के कई अंधकार के अज्ञान के अंधकार से पीड़ित आत्मा के उद्धार का, भक्ति का रास्ता प्रशस्त किया। गुण अवगुण, अच्छा बुरा तो इंसान में बसता है, इंसान में रहता है, मगर जब व्यक्ति अपने अस्तित्व को विलीन कर कर श्री कृष्णमय हो जाता है तो सब अच्छा ही अच्छा हो जाता है। और यही रास्ते पर श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने कीर्तन, नृत्य, भक्ति संगीत और गीता का अगाध संदेश बहुत सरल तरीके से पूरे पूर्वी भारत में उत्तर पूर्व तक, नॉर्थ ईस्ट तक पहुंचाकर कई अज्ञानी जीवन में प्रकाश का उजियारा, भक्ति का दीपक प्रगटाने का काम किया। और वही आंदोलन को परम पूज्य भक्ति सिद्धांत प्रभुपाद और पूज्य भक्ति वेदांत प्रभुपाद ने न केवल आगे बढ़ाया, इसको आधुनिकता के साथ जोड़कर युवाओं को और समग्र विश्व को अपने आत्मा के कल्याण का रास्ता प्रशस्त किया। आज बहुत पवित्र दिन है। चैतन्य महाप्रभु के प्रिय सेनापति और गौड़ीय मत के संस्थापक, जिनको हमारे गुजरात में युग आचार्य भी कहते हैं, श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद का आज 152वां जयंती है। और आप सभी लोग श्री कृष्ण के, भगवान नरसिंह के और श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद के गुणगान करने के लिए यहां आए हैं। मैं भी आज बहुत समय से जो टलता जाता था, वो स्थान का मुझे भी यहां आकर मेरी चेतना को जागरूक करने का मौका मिला है। इसलिए मैं मठ के सभी लोगों का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूं। कोई व्यक्ति अपने एक जीवन में 1 अरब बार श्री कृष्ण जाप का संकल्प ले, वो ही बड़ी बात है। एक कोई व्यक्ति तय करे कि मैं मेरे जीवन में 1 अरब बार प्रभु श्री कृष्ण का जाप करूंगा, ऐसा संकल्प लेना ही बड़ी बात है। मगर अपने जीवन के कालखंड में वो संकल्प पूरा करने का काम श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर जी ने किया, ये दुनिया के लिए एक अनुकरणीय उदाहरण है मित्रों। एक जीवन में 1 अरब बार श्री कृष्ण का नाम स्मरण, एक बार भक्ति के साथ श्री कृष्ण का नाम स्मरण करने से ही चेतना जागृत होती है, ऊर्जा की प्राप्ति होती है। कई सारे मन के सामने पड़े हुए अज्ञान के अंधकार दूर हो जाते हैं। हम कल्पना कर सकते हैं कि एक व्यक्ति ने एक जीवन में 1 अरब बार श्री कृष्ण का नाम जप किया, वो व्यक्ति ने अपने जीवन को सच अर्थ में श्री कृष्णमय कर दिया। और वही रास्ता उन्होंने गौड़ीय मठ के माध्यम से सबके सामने रखने का काम किया। आज कदाच 100 साल के बाद कोई ये बात को बोलेगा तो दुनिया में इसको मानने के लिए कोई तैयार नहीं होगा कि 1 अरब श्री कृष्ण नाम स्मरण कोई कर सकता है। श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत स्वामी जी ने धर्म को कई प्रकार की मान्यताओं की रूढ़ियों से बाहर निकालने का काम किया। उन्होंने एक सिद्धांत प्रस्तापित किया कि आधुनिकता धर्म की दुश्मन नहीं है, आधुनिकता से ही धर्म आगे बढ़ता है, वो धर्म की साथी है। और एक जमाने में प्रिंटिंग प्रेस को वर्ज्य माना जाता था, सुनना, याद करना, इसके माध्यम से ही भक्ति पनपती थी, बढ़ती थी, फैलती थी। उन्होंने प्रिंटिंग प्रेस को बृहत मृदंग का नाम देकर ये बताया कि मृदंग की आवाज तो कुछ दूर तक जाती है, मगर प्रेस में छपी पुस्तक 7 सागर बाहर जाकर भी भक्ति का प्रचार करती है। और ये रूढ़ी तोड़ने में बड़ी हिम्मत चाहिए मित्र। जब श्री कृष्ण के प्रति भक्ति अचल हो, अनन्य हो, उसके प्रति श्रद्धा दृढ़ हो, तभी रूढ़ियों को तोड़ने का साहस आ सकता है। और उन्होंने ये जो आध्यात्मिक इनोवेशन किया, नवाचार किया, इसके माध्यम से ही आज इस संप्रदाय विश्व के 7 खंडों के आत्माओं के कल्याण के लिए कार्यरत हो पाया है। मैं मेरे सार्वजनिक जीवन में कई बड़े बड़े धर्म पुरुषों को मिला हूं, मन पूर्वक श्रद्धा के साथ प्रणाम भी किया है। मगर मुझे अहमदाबाद में इस्कॉन मंदिर में एक साधु ने बताया कि जब कोई शिष्य उनको प्रणाम करता था तो वो सामने से कहते थे दासोस्मि, मतलब मैं तुम्हारा सेवक हूं। अगर ये भाव मन में है तो ईश्वर कभी भी दूर नहीं रह सकता। जिनके मन में ईश्वर बैठा है वो अपने आप को सभी का दास कहता है। और उन्होंने गुरु की व्याख्या बहुत सुंदर की थी। उन्होंने कहा, जिस दिन गुरु सोचने लगता है कि मैं गुरु हूं, तो गुरु शब्द में से ऊ निकल जाता है और गरु ही बच जाता है। गरु का मतलब जानवर होता है। गुरु वही है जो सबके सेवक के भाव से शिष्य को बड़ा करे, छोटे से बड़ा करने वाला ही गुरु होता है। जिसकी समझ छोटी है, ज्ञान छोटा है, इसकी समझ और ज्ञान को बड़े करने वाला ही गुरु है। और मैं आज भक्ति सिद्धांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद को मनपूर्वक कहना चाहता हूं कि आप एक सच्चे गुरु थे और गुरु पद का परिचय भी समग्र विश्व को आपने कराया है। इन्होंने जाति के बंधनों को तोड़ने के लिए भी ढेर सारे काम किए। महाभारत काल के बाद पहली बार भक्ति सिद्धांत प्रभुपाद जी ने, जो जन्म से ब्राह्मण नहीं थे, उनको यज्ञ पवित्र देकर उनको ब्राह्मण बनने का अधिकार दिया। उन्होंने कई प्रकार की रूढ़ियों को तोड़ा और युक्त वैराग्य की नई व्याख्या समाज के सामने की, कि वैराग्य का मतलब दुनिया को छोड़ना नहीं है, दुनिया की हर वस्तु को श्री कृष्ण की सेवा में लगाना ही वैराग्य है। वैराग्य का मतलब अपने अंदर की बुराइयों से दूरी कर देना। वैराग्य का मतलब संसार में सब कुछ छोड़ना नहीं है, बुराइयों को छोड़कर समस्त संसार को श्री कृष्ण की भक्ति में लगाना ही वैराग्य है। और आज ऐसे युग दृष्टा, युग पुरुष, महापुरुष का 152वां जन्म जयंती है। एक प्रकार से कई लोग भक्ति सिद्धांत प्रभुपाद जी को जीवंत विश्वकोश भी कहते हैं। वो खगोल विद्या के बड़े जानकार थे, गणित और संस्कृत का बहुत अध्ययन रहा उनका, और फिर भी सभी कुछ श्री कृष्ण के चरणों में समर्पित कर भक्ति मार्ग पर ही पूरा जीवन उन्होंने व्यतीत किया। हमारे वेदों और उपनिषदों में कहा है कि भक्ति बिना का ज्ञान अहंकार उत्पन्न करता है और ज्ञान सहित की भक्ति ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन मतलब रूपांतरण लाती है। वेदों के ये वाक्य को भक्ति वेदांत जी ने पूरे जीवन आचरण कर आगे बढ़े। मित्रों, आज मैं जब यहां आया हूं तब मायापुर में जो आध्यात्मिक केंद्र बन रहा है, मुझे सभी परिचय करा रहे थे। मैं संस्था को ये कहकर जाना चाहता हूं कि ये आध्यात्मिक केंद्र से न केवल देश, पूरे विश्व के भक्तजनों को बहुत बड़ी उम्मीद है कि यही केंद्र विश्व के कल्याण का कारण बनेगा। और ये मायापुर धाम में बनने वाला ये केंद्र कई युगों तक भक्ति मार्ग का प्रतिपादन करता रहेगा। चैतन्य महाप्रभु, भक्ति वेदांत प्रभुपाद, भक्ति सिद्धांत प्रभुपाद, इनके
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said.
Fugitive businessman tells Bombay High Court he can't return to India, cites UK travel ban. CCTV and crash aftermath. Raw footage emerges from Delhi Real crash site. As Ajit Pawar's family seeks CBI probe for Baramati crash, key meeting at Civil Aviation Ministry underway. A decision by the Telangana government to allow Muslim employees to leave offices an hour early during Ramzan has triggered a political debate. A huge claim by Pakistan hockey team, which was humiliated in Sydney, claims they were asked to lie so that India does not report story. Anil Ambani has been summoned for questioning today in connection with an investigation into his group entities, including Reliance Communication and Reliance Power Limited, summoned by the ED.
India with. James, I'm going to ask you about the elephant in the room that everyone wants to know, which is jobs, right? Now, I was listening to some of the things you were saying at Davos, and it was very interesting. You were talking about how with every technology shift, there are jobs that change, that go away, and then there are jobs that get created. But they don't happen at the same time. There's a lag. So 2 questions. 1, how do governments deal with this lag, right? Especially a young demography like India. And 2, what do we have to do to ensure that we come out of this as a job creator?
No, I think it's probably one of the most important questions that I think countries, governments, and society is going to need to think through. And I think it's important to keep in mind that when you're thinking about the question of AI and jobs, it's actually worth thinking about specific tasks as opposed to whole jobs, because most jobs are made up of a constituency of different tasks. And when you look at that, you suddenly realize that, as you said, you may have some occupations that will decline, many that will grow, and many more that will actually change. And I think it's important to keep that in mind. So what happens is, when you look at these questions sector by sector, or occupation by occupation, you see a lot of transitions going on. But to the question of what should governments do to make sure that, in fact, there are growing jobs and enabling the change that happens, I think one is to focus on skilling. One of the things that happens in all these transitions, whether it's people who are transitioning out of jobs that are declining or jobs that are growing or jobs that are changing, is that the skills required change. So investing in skills and literacy and so forth, I think is foundationally important. The other thing that's important is also the continued kind of investments that countries and governments like India are doing in infrastructure and innovation, because a lot of the jobs that will grow will come out of those investments in infrastructure as well as investments in innovation. When you grow businesses, you grow companies, and you have innovation in the economy, that's what leads to job growth. So I think those investments in innovation, both in the infrastructure and the innovation, but also in the skills, is what governments need to focus on.
I think what you said is so important, that you cannot have sort of a macro view of jobs. You need to start understanding which tasks are going to get impacted. You need to start planning for that. You need to start planning for which sector. So we really have some work to do to figure out where will we get hurt the most, what are the opportunities, and then plan for it. And I think that's an excellent advice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sundar, if I may come back to you, the other elephant in the room, are we going to see an AI bubble or are we not? Right? Now, a lot of CEOs, when you look at it, talk to enterprise CEOs, they are worried about really scaling up investments because they're worried about, are they going to be able to justify the cost? What will the board say? Etc., etc. Help us understand, based on your experience, based on Alphabet's experience, how should CEOs deal with this question and deal with this problem today?
You know, we live in a truly global world. I thought if I left the US, I could avoid this question. But look, it shows, look, I think it's an extraordinary moment. I think we are investing to meet that moment, right? I think in some other context, Demis has spoken about this as the industrial revolution, but 10 times faster and 10 times larger. And if you go back and look at the railroad investments or the national highway system in the US, I mean, these are such leveraged investments, and you drive so much growth and value on top of that. I view this as a transformational moment like that. As Google, I think we are fortunate that we've been focused on this technology for over a decade, and be it search, be it YouTube, be it cloud, be it emerging businesses like Waymo or Isomorphic Labs, I think they're all getting better and growing based on this one technology underneath. So we can generate a return there. Just as an example, cloud alone in the last year, the backlog has doubled year on year to $240 billion. So that shows the potential for return on the other side. And so we are investing to meet that demand. And, that's what makes this an exciting moment. So I think the investment makes sense given the progress in the technology we are seeing and the opportunities we see on top of it.
Demis, I have to ask you the third elephant in the room, which is, what on earth is AGI? Because, we keep hearing about it, and the more we hear about it, the more we feel like we're trying to build something that is going to control all of us. And then the question is, why are we building it? So what is it? Is it really the end goal to control? Is the end goal to augment prosperity? And help us understand your take on it. And also, how should India be thinking about AGI? Or if we need to prepare, what should we be doing?
Well, the first thing I'll say is that the reason I've worked my whole career on AI is because I think it could be the ultimate tool for accelerating scientific discovery and areas like medicine. So things like AlphaFold, I hope, will be the first of many advances showcasing that. And then we can apply that to help us tackle many of the challenges facing society today, from disease to climate to inequality. So I think AI on the upside, the opportunity has, and AGI in the limit has that potential. In terms of, defining what AGI is, I've always defined it, have a high bar for AGI, which is a system that exhibits all the cognitive capabilities that humans have. Now, the reason that's important is the human reference point is because the brain is the only evidence we have, the only existence proof we have that general intelligence is possible. So it's kind of, we won't really know we have a fully general system unless it's able to do a lot of the things that we sometimes take for granted. Things like creativity and long-term planning and better use of memory. And so today's systems, they're impressive, but they're not there yet, in my opinion. And I think we've still got a way to go, at least another 5-10 years to go. But certainly in the next phase, the next decade or 2 decades, I see it as the sort of ultimate enhancement tool for us and human scientists, human experts, but also the youth of today. And this is what was exciting, seeing that in India here in this visit, is we'll have access to these incredible tools. So whatever that means, building businesses, creating art, I think they'll be sort of almost superpowered to do that with these access to these tools that you can access from anywhere, the most cutting edge tools in the world from anywhere, including from India. So I think it's going to be a very exciting moment, but there are also risks too that we have to take into account. You mentioned jobs earlier, but there's also technical risks of making sure these systems stay within their guardrails and they serve our purposes and what we want as humanity. And then furthermore, the economic question of sharing the benefits that that's going to bring widely and equally to across the world. So these are all big challenges still to come. But the potential's there if we do it in the right way.
All right, we are staying put at Bharat Mandapam, where the AI Impact Summit, a global AI Impact Summit, is panning out. In fact, French President Emmanuel Macron, who was in Mumbai yesterday and is in Delhi today, is speaking. Let's listen to him.
Our sourcing and as well as a visa facility. To have a visa which, meets the expectation of the students and is appropriate. For instance, if you have a PhD, I don't know how many years it took for you, 3 years, somebody. So if I give you a visa for 1 year, I'm a little bit crazy. I create a sort of uncertainty, and probably we deliver the visa for 1 year, and you have to renew it and so on. So it's not optimal. So on the French side, we will clearly streamline this approach in order to have something which meets the expectations and is much more practicable for the students and the schools. And by Rush, precisely, we will establish better connections in order to have a better sourcing. Because India, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, was not the #1 source of students. Let's be honest. So I want our universities and high school to do much more, but we will do as well much more in terms of administrative facilities. At the same time, I want all the Indian students to be sure that if you come to France, you have the best in class teaching, you have access to the research centers and exactly the ecosystem you mentioned. With a lot of interdisciplinarity, you have, if you study in AI, you can have both, obviously, data scientists, mathematicians, you can have fundamental research with clearly the interaction with startups, but you can have as well interdisciplinarity with philosophy and other disciplines, because it's super important to have the model of AI we do believe in. And this is exactly what we have on our campus. And I want you to be sure that you can have all your different lessons, your approach, in English. Because I know that sometimes they're still exchanging with a lot of students. They say, I will not join France. I don't have a sufficient level in French language. No. You can come for a PhD, even for a master degree, and you will be teaching French, in English, sorry. Obviously, you can learn French in parallel, but you will be educated and you will have all the facilities in English. And it's very important to have that in mind, to convey to all the students here in India that we do have these facilities and this access. And my last point, because sometimes there is a source of misunderstandings, I'm making my pitch for attracting more Indian students, as you see. It's a strange argument, but in France, the cost of studies is largely less expensive than in a lot of other countries. It's not a signal, it's bad quality. I'm serious. I had a lot of students saying to me, okay, it's almost for zero. It should be a terrible level of quality. Because everywhere in the rest of the world, you have to pay a lot of money to have 1 year. It's our, I would say, collective choice in France. The taxpayer contributes much more than the student. It's more fair. You can have some contributions are non-French students, but it's much more limited than in the equivalent Anglo-Saxon universities. So we can ask for some fees. It depends, and I think it's good that each university and each high school has its own model and will be free to have its own model. But we are very far from the level of fees in the Anglo-Saxon universities. But just take it as a collective choice, but not a signal that there is a lower quality. It's not true at all. the government is paying for the difference. This is my clarification after several interactions with students. So I clearly invite much more Indian students to come at master or for a PhD and to share the experience you had, because I really believe that we can provide a unique experience, and you pitch France much better than I could do.
I hope some of the students sitting behind us got convinced. And thank you. We're going to count how many of you we take back in the plane. Great, thank you, Mr. President. I mean, obviously, this is the AI Impact Summit, and everything we shared is particularly true when it comes to AI, because as you rightly said, one of the reasons you came to France is because you have such an interdisciplinary approach, and when we think about AI, there's probably not a single technology that is so interdisciplinary. So this week is the AI Impact Summit. And I think we had discussions here today, but all around the city about how AI is a technology that basically we only get probably once a century. That changes everything from the way we learn, from the way we get informed, from the way we cure disease. We're in one of the most prestigious hospitals here. It changes the way we interact. It changes the way we access information. And as such, it can only be dealt when we bring a lot of different stakeholders in one room. And that's what we're doing with the AI Summit we did in Paris and that India is doing now. When you're thinking about AI, and you both work in AI, and I know you have this idea in mind on where you want to bring AI. And this is something we concretely share with our Indian friends. This is too much of an important technology to just be developed in the hands of a few companies. We need to think how we develop it with public good interest. And I know you both care about this topic very much. So maybe starting with Manan, based on your work, what would be your advice to this room, scientists here, but also people from the government, people from all around the world who are gathered in Delhi, so to make sure that we continue trying and pushing AI in the interest of public good, which was a key theme of our AI Paris Summit as well.
Sure. So, we can just talk endlessly about AI, but I'll focus more on, something which is relevant for this discourse. So we have to see that as AI matures, as it becomes more and more useful, it will be adopted more. It will be consumed more. And if it is being consumed more and we are really serious about its social good, then it has to become more sustainable. It has to become more energy efficient. It has to become more green. So that is something that, at least in our work, we try to closely focus on, because we work on things like next forms of computing, semiconductor devices which take less energy. So, neuromorphic computing, bio-inspired computing. The essence here is that we need to cut down the power budget or the energy budget that AI systems consume. And I think, at least in the Indo-French context, this has a lot of relevance because both countries have strong commitment to AI for the wider good and also for sustainability. And, with our French partners, we are working extensively on building low energy AI systems. The work is quite complementary, just how the cultures are complementary. They work more on new materials. We work more on building systems with those materials or algorithms with those materials which are more energy efficient. So if you ask me to summarize, I would say that sustainable AI or getting the AI systems to be more green, more sustainable is what would make it enduring and what it would take to much larger scale of impact.
And what we can do together.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Priyanka, do you want to add up to that topic as well?
Yes, thank you for the question. And just to add to Manan, so AI for good, because AI, let's be honest, it's machine learning and among other forms of training data. And at the base, it's very, very technical. So it might actually scare people. So we need some mechanisms that, on one side, you're able to destigmatize this fear of technology and people not knowing what is behind. Even for us scientists, sometimes we're like, okay, what's behind this model? And so on the sustainability aspect, it's also, we are training large amounts of data, but is it better to focus on certain aspects, and that really depends on regulatory access, to the different data sets that we have. For example, we work on flood early warning systems, and I'm heading international strategy for this company. And so when we are doing transboundary training, how do we get access to that data? Even if we cross-collaborate with research teams, so we require the help of policymakers to make sure that the access to that data is fluid, so that we have more parameters that can help us with our training.
Thank you. Professor, and so one of the aspects I know you're thinking about a lot is the impact of AI on your students. Could you build a bit on that as well?
Yeah. So again, especially for academic pedagogy, it's like an inflection point with the LLMs, the GPTs, the agentic systems. It's like a never seen before situation, and many things are not clear. We don't want to jump into stifling innovation before the systems mature, because we have to make sure that even the innovation is there. But the way I like to look at it is not in a negative sense, but it's really a beast which needs to be tamed both by the teachers and the students, for more efficiency, more productivity. At the same time, we need to protect the demographics. The session before spoke about the child protection. So we need to take care of the demographics. But there are n number of things, whether students can use agents in an examination, whether teachers can design a question paper with an agentic AI, or whether you can replace the classroom teacher with an avatar of a instructor. So there are many gray areas, but we need to ride this tide, and we need to really be able to tame. Both students and the teachers need to tame this technology for the wider good.
Thank you. So you talked about sustainability, data access that led us to teaching, and you mentioned it, kids. In the session before with Minister Le Henaf, we had a great discussion on what should we do with those tools when it comes to younger generation? Because obviously the students you have in your classroom, they're probably not handling the aspects of those technology as well as younger generation, younger students, or actually not students at all, because younger and younger age, people are interacting with AI through so many different forms, but in particular with chatbots. And those chatbots, they converse, they engage with you, sometimes they get in your intimacy, and it has so much consequences on younger people. Professor Worms earlier today said, we were discussing how this can only be solved again as a global multi-stakeholder issue. And he said, that's probably a good example of sometimes with your partners, you can't rely on every definition of what's the best, but you can align and agree on what's the worst. And the worst on AI chatbots and children is probably a scenario we've already seen unfold in front of our eyes when we think of social networks. So how do we come together and address this issue before it has it?
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the countries watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूम देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल ये रंग दे ये खुशबू दे ये तीखा ये कम पड़े क्या निराला MDH मसाला
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए।
But as well, how the key players of each sector are familiar with AI in order to make it, to transform AI solutions and technological solutions at the service of their objective and not something which will completely and just disrupt their approach. And this is exactly what we want to do, especially in the healthcare sector. And we will have the occasion a little bit later today to illustrate this transformation. It's true on space, it's true on energy, and so on. On the other side, you mentioned frugality. I think the way we want to be part of this race and this global competition is slightly different. When we speak about data, when we speak about energy, I think both India and France do consider that we can do it in a different way. The hyperscalers are organizing this approach. This is why when we speak about large language model, with Mistral AI, we adopted a much more frugal approach. What Yann Lequin is building, by the way, in France, and we are very proud of that, leaving Meta, is clearly another approach to modelize AI, which is much more frugal.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote only Congress. From that press conference, neither I will gain one vote, neither I will lose one vote.
But you have said some amazing things.
Yes.
You said that you think that Gaurav Gogoi visited Pakistan on an invitation from the ISI. You have said he has gone there for specific training, and some specific training was given to him in Pakistan.
Arnab,
these are national security allegations,
yes,
sir.
Yes. Arnab, today...
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, राजा और मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want...
Fugitive businessman tells Bombay High Court he can't return to India, cites UK travel ban. CCTV and crash aftermath, raw footage emerges from Delhi real crash site. As Ajit Pawar's family seeks CBI probe for Baramati crash, key meeting at Civil Aviation Ministry underway. A decision by the Telangana government to allow Muslim employees to leave offices an hour early during Ramzan has triggered a political debate. Huge claim by Pakistan hockey team, which was humiliated in Sydney, claims they were asked to lie so that India does not report story. Anil Ambani skips ED summons for questioning in connection with the rupees 40,000 crore bank fraud case. All right, welcome back, friends. A decision by the Telangana government to allow Muslim employees to leave offices an hour early during Ramzan has triggered a political debate. According to an order passed by the General Administration Department of the state, Muslim employees working as teachers, contractual and outsourcing staff, and working in boards, corporations, and public sector undertakings can leave office early to break their fast and perform religious prayers. So official time is 5 p.m. and the Telangana government employees could be allowed to leave by 4 p.m. Ramadan begins tomorrow, and the Muslim staff to be allowed an early exit is what is being reported after the General Administration Department of the Revant Reddy government made this decision. Aishwarya is going to join us live. We have Aishwarya live joining us from Hyderabad for more on this. Aishwarya, is this a regular practice in Telangana, in Hyderabad, that the government gives this kind of 1 hour concession? Is this a new initiative by the Revant Reddy government? And what is the justification you are hearing from those there in the government, in the General Administration Department?
This GO was issued yesterday where we get the permission of 1 hour to for the Muslim employees to leave the office premises and for their religious practices to continue their prayers during the Ramadan month. However, when confronted in today by the Congress, they were saying that this was a regular practice in Telangana, be it now the Congress government or the previous BRS government or during the TDP government during the combined Andhra Pradesh. This was a common practice that was issued during the Ramadan month, that is for 1 month, which was a very sacred festival for the Muslims. That is what the Minority Affairs Ministry had actually confirmed to us, to Republic, today when confronted about this particular issue. While they also said that this is something that BJP is trying to incite the communal harmony while trying to make this a big issue. But however, this is something that was a common practice and is followed in the Telangana and also other states as well. This is not very exclusive to Telangana, but also it is practiced in other states as well. As something the Congress government has also told to Republic.
All right, Aishwarya tells us that this is a practice which is prevalent in other states and seems a repeat of what had happened earlier. But of course, politics on the issue of whether this is pandering to vote bank is going to pan out. But we move on for now and look at some of the stories in Bharat in 1 minute. Dehradun District Court was evacuated after a bomb threat was reportedly received via email, causing chaos across the premises. Court staff officers and judiciary members were safely moved out. The dog squad and bomb disposal teams are on site investigating the threat. In a major setback to the special investigation team probing the Sabarimala gold theft case, a court granted bail to the chief priest of the temple. The court observed that the prosecution and the probe team failed to establish the link he has with the key accused, Unni Krishnan. Kanpur police arrested a man for impersonating a police officer and cheating people by promising jobs. The accused was caught while authorities recovered fake police uniforms, ID cards, a lighter, pistol and cartridges. Okay, we are getting a breaking news development coming in connection with the Galgotia University row, and the Galgotia University has been directed to immediately vacate its stall at India AI Impact Summit Expo in New Delhi. Now, new directive follows Okay, so Galgotia University row escalating with the government deciding to remove the stall of the university from the venue. The issue erupted after social media users and tech observers identified the device as a commercially available unitary robo-dog. In fact, we have a report from the ground. Let's cut to it.
आप यहाँ मत खड़े होइए।
हाँ, इधर। क्या चक्कर है, तुम बीच में क्यों घुस रहे हो भाई?
सर, अमित सर। Miss Neha, if you could just explain, have you been asked to vacate this area?
Ma'am, I think we have better questions to take up. How the things which were not intended to came across, how the things were misinterpreted, how the students' work which was supposed to be showcased in this summit is taken into clarifying controversy. So these are more important questions that we should be answering. But what you are asking, we have no such directives.
No, the question is that everybody is raising the question, and it's about the reputation of a summit that is being the first one in South Asia, ma'am. The claims that have been made about this robotic dog, this robot becoming, in fact, being manufactured at the center of excellence. That was the claim. All right, we are at the AI Impact Summit at the Bharat Mandapam. This is the Galgotias University Pavilion, and the lights have just gone off. The lights have been turned off amid the controversy surrounding the robot that is alleged to have been passed off as a maid at the Center of Excellence of Galgotias University, but it was a Chinese-made robot. Now, we had been asking the representatives, the professors, that have you been asked to vacate this venue? They were tight-lipped. They were saying that we are not aware about any such intimation, no communication to vacate this place. But now, as you can see, the other pavilions, they're all lit up. You can see the difference. And now, Galgotias here, you can see the lights have just been turned off, and they will be asked to vacate. All the models are being taken off. As you can see that the models will be taken off very, very soon. So there were different AI models, but they have all been cleaned up. This is all being removed. So as you can see that this will be no more a pavilion for the Galgotias University amid the and the electricity has been disconnected, as you can see. That is, of course, showing it's a clear evidence of the Galgotias University being asked to move out. And this is, of course, we have tried to speak to the professors as well. And we have tried to, and they are clearly they're very disturbed. They're not speaking right now. They are being chased by media persons, but they are not ready to speak right now as the electricity has been disconnected. It has been cut off. While they were in fact speaking to the media, denying making any claims that the robot was made. They are using the word develop, that it was an AI investment, because they have already been questioned on the word develop, which they do not have a clear answer for. So now they say it was just part of their AI investment, and it was for the students of Galgotias University, for exposure, for their upskilling. So this is right now the state of affairs. It's coming in as an embarrassment, in fact, for the AI Impact Summit. This is the first of such AI summit in Global South. India takes pride in this, this convergence of the leaders from the world of AI, the tech and entrepreneurs. But what has happened at the Galgotias?
All right, Rakshita now joins us live from the summit venue at Bharat Mandapam. Rakshita, while that report that you filed was from earlier, it seems the IT Secretary S. Krishnan has issued fresh instructions that exhibitors must not display items that are not theirs. So I believe everyone, I hope rather everyone has already complied.
In fact, that was the impact at the AI Impact Summit of this story, that, when we went to other stalls, there were some people in their own, just preempting any questions. They were, off the camera, they were like, we will tell you each and everything. Please don't worry. We will show you for a proof if you need that where, a particular project has been developed or not. So we will address your concerns. So there has been, of course, this now a sense of being cautious that is now trickling in different pavilions that we visited just after this controversy, after the Galgotias University pavilion was shut down. And yes, speaking of the IT Secretary, even before that, when we were right there at the university's pavilion, there were reports. We had broken that news piece as well, that government sources told us it is being asked to vacate. They completely denied. We did ask them, we confronted them, and they were in denial of getting any such notice. But right after that interaction with Professor Neha Chaudhary, just 15 to 20 minutes after that, we saw the electricity went off. The electricity was disconnected, and they were asked to vacate. The summit service people were all there, were stationed there. They were waiting for the right time for people to move out, and it was cut off. And even after that, the professors were not willing to speak. They're saying we're trying to get clarity. So yes, the government has made a stand clear that no one will be allowed to misrepresent the facts here at the AI Impact Summit.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Rakshita, for that update from the AI Summit venue. Bit of an embarrassment there for the Galgotias University. But from one embarrassment to another, this one for Pakistan. The Pakistani hockey team was stranded in Sydney, Australia, apparently because their hotel bills were unpaid. Take a look.
The Pakistan national hockey team faced a humiliating ordeal in Australia as hotel bookings were cancelled due to unpaid bills by the Pakistan Hockey Federation. Upon reaching Canberra for the second leg of the FIH Pro League in Hobart, players were forced to spend several hours on the road with no reception or coordination.
तकरीबन 1-2 दिन हम सड़कों पे रहे हैं, जिस तरह के पता नहीं हमारे साथ सुतेली जो सी माँ अपने बच्चे के साथ बर्ताव करती है उस तरह हमारे साथ बर्ताव किया गया है। और जहाँ तक बात है डेली अनाउंसेस की, उसके अंदर मैं ऐड कर दूँ कि 2023 के अंदर हमारे इस टीम के अंदर 9 से 10 प्लेयर हैं जो 2023 के अंदर पाकिस्तान टीम में थे। उनके 5 से 6 टूर्स के डेली आज भी पेंडिंग है, जो कि 30 से 40 लाख रुपए बनता है।
Captain Imad revealed that during a previous stop at Sydney Airport, the team was stranded for 13 hours, even having to wash their own utensils while filming the chaos themselves.
Moving on, the Enforcement Directorate has intensified its probe into alleged financial irregularities involving Anil Ambani and his wife Tina Ambani. Tina, in fact, had been issued a second summons in a money laundering case linked to an alleged $8.3 million New York luxury condominium sale, which the ED has described as fraudulent. Meanwhile, Anil Ambani has been asked to appear before, or was asked to appear before the agency today in connection with the 40,000 crore bank fraud case, with the ED having already attached assets worth 12,000 crores linked to his group. Anil Ambani, of course, did not address the summons. The Supreme Court has directed the ED and the CBI to act fairly and swiftly, ordering the constitution of a special investigation team. For more on this, let's go to Shambhavi, and she will give us a lowdown on what happens next. Shambhavi, please tell us, with Anil Ambani, okay, we'll soon get Shambhavi live on this, reporting from the courts on this investigation being carried out parallelly by the Enforcement Directorate and the CBI. This is a bank fraud case pertaining to Reliance Communications, and Anil Ambani Group, and he's under the scanner for, as the government claimed before the Supreme Court, a fraud of 40,000 crore rupees, of which 12,000 crore rupees worth of assets have already been attached. These are assets linked to Anil Ambani Group. All right, we move on now from Anil Ambani to a story coming out of Pakistan. Concerns over the health of former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan are intensifying, triggering fresh protests by his supporters. The Insaf Youth Wing in Central Punjab's or Pakistani Central Punjab's Gujarat district staged demonstrations alleging inadequate medical care during his imprisonment. Imran Khan's sister Noreen Niazi came forth and spoke as well. She claims in a soundbite that Imran Khan is Pakistan's identity in the world and that they are playing with his life. Remember, 14 former top cricketers, captains of cricket teams in their times, had come together, including Sunil Gavaskar and Kapil Dev of India, and wrote to the Pakistan government. Take a look.
Former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan's health concerns are escalating. Workers of the Insaf Youth Wing gathered on the Gujarat-Lahore road. They raised slogans over what they described as deteriorating health conditions of Imran Khan. Protesters expressed anger over his continued imprisonment and alleged lack of proper medical facilities. Imran Khan, founder of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Party, has been in jail following multiple legal cases filed against him after his removal from office in 2022. Since his incarnation, his party has repeatedly claimed that he is being denied adequate medical care and access to family members and legal counsel. According to protesters, meetings with his sisters, lawyers and party leaders were allegedly restricted. The demonstrators demanded that Khan be provided basic human and medical rights and called for transparent medical treatment. Amid rising tensions, Khan's sister Noreen Niazi came forward with strong allegations, questioning the authorities over his treatment and transfer to a medical facility without informing the family.
कि ये जो आज हो रहा है, ये बड़े कुछ महीनों से बड़ी सिस्टमेटिकली ये यहाँ तक पहुँचे। इन्होंने बड़ी पहले से कुछ प्लानिंग की हुई थी। इन्होंने पहले हमारी मुलाकातें एक एक करके बंद कराई। पहले अलीमा खानम को छोड़ा कि जी कह दी जा सकती, वकीलों का इन्होंने बंद किया, उनके पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के लोगों का बंद किया। मुझे अफसोस है कि हमें चाहिए था हम तभी से वहाँ पे ऐसा धरना देते कि हम कभी उठते ही ना। ये मुजरिम लोग हैं, ये इन्होंने जुर्म करने वाले हैं। इनकी जुर्रत कैसे हुई थी जब ये इमरान खान को पिम्स रात के अंधेरे में लेकर गए बगैर फैमिली को बताए? ये वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने पिम्स की शक्ल भी नहीं देखी। इमरान खान वो वाहिद पाकिस्तानी है जो पाकिस्तान की पहचान है। इनको तो कोई जानता भी नहीं है। आप जाके पूछें कि ये कौन लोग हैं, दुनिया में इनकी पहचान नहीं है। इमरान खान की जिंदगी का ये सोचे भी ना। इस वक्त अगर इन्होंने इस वक्त इमरान खान का ना सामने लेकर आए, हॉस्पिटल में ना लेकर गए, आप सोचें इनका ख्याल है हम आराम से बैठेंगे? हमारी जो अस्पताल में जाएंगे, हम साथ जाएंगे। इनके पूरे खानदान जाते थे। आप जेल इंतजामिया से पूछे जाके ये कैसे जेलें काटी इन्होंने।
The protest highlights the deepening political divide in Pakistan as supporters continue to rally behind the former Prime Minister, demanding transparency and improved medical care. Authorities have yet to issue a detailed response to the latest allegations, even as tensions surrounding Imran Khan's health and imprisonment continue to mount.
Okay, breaking news coming in connection with the Air India Bhubaneswar incident. A statement released by the AI says a lightning strike was detected on the aircraft scheduled to operate AI 814 from Bhubaneswar to Delhi on 18th of February. During pre-departure checks, the aircraft was held back to undergo precautionary inspection, requiring extended time, which resulted in the eventual cancellation of the flight. Air India sincerely regrets the inconvenience caused to passengers due to this unforeseen situation, is what they say, and then they give further explanation. But the point is, how come a lightning strike happened, and what explanation is coming in from the Air India beyond the templated reply? Harsha joins us live for more on this. All right, Harsha, what do we make out of this statement? Did they come to know, did the protocols work? Did the Air India come to know of it before? And how did the lightning strike happen? What were the remedial measures put in place?
Abhishek, in a statement, you see it's a templated response. They didn't share what exactly happened, how there was a lightning strike, but a loud bang was heard and the engine 2 was not working. It was stalled completely. And after check, it was a pre-departure lightning strike. In the templated response, they have only shared that the flight was done, AOG, which is aircraft on ground. All necessary checks are being done. Passengers are provided hotel accommodation and food, and substitute flight is being arranged. But for now, the Bhubaneswar to Delhi particular aircraft, A320, AI-1714, was cancelled for Delhi from Bhubaneswar. But the reason behind lightning strike was not cleared by Air India, that how come the lightning strike incident happened. But yes, a very loud bang was heard, and it was after the passengers boarded the aircraft. It was on the runway about to depart from Bhubaneswar when the loud bang noise was heard, not only by the passengers but pilot in command as well. Back to you.
Okay, Harsha, please tell us then what happens next. Is the DGCA going to take note of this?
Yes. So, Abhishek, the preliminary occurrence report, incident report has been shared with DGCA regulatory body. I myself spoke to Faiz Kidwai, the DGCA DG regulatory body. He stated that the prelim and the occurrence incident report has been shared by Air India to the DGCA. Investigation is undergoing exactly what happened, what led this aircraft to not depart from Bhubaneswar, how did lightning strike happened at the Bhubaneswar airport, because when the weather is good, there's no visibility issue, there's no cloud formation in Bhubaneswar airport. How did this happen? There was some mechanical issue because of which it happened, or whether the issue was with the aircraft engine which led to this lightning strike. Because in lightning strike, Abhishek, the loud bang couldn't be, loud bang is something which was unusual in this aircraft A320 from Bhubaneswar to New Delhi, and this is what DGCA is also inspecting. They have sought for a detailed reply investigation report from Air India, which they have to submit to the regulatory body. Back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Harsha, with those details, joining us on the Bhubaneswar lightning strike on an aircraft of Air India. Moving on for now, we slip into a short break. Coming up on the other side, live and breaking.
सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये हित तो है इसकी खास बात वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है अरे मेरे राजा
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country has watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote only Congress. From that press conference, neither I will gain one vote, neither I will lose one vote.
But you have said some amazing things.
Yes.
You said that you think that Gaurav Gogoi visited
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, delicious, healthy, every day.
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 World Cup जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to take the field on February 15 for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn. We should have never given them a long rope. We should have caught them and said, no, you said you're not playing, now you don't play.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
The players of the Pakistan hockey team were forced to spend several hours on the road upon reaching the Australian capital, Canberra, as their hotel bookings were cancelled after the Pakistan Hockey Federation failed to pay the bill due to lack of funds. They're in Australia for the second leg of the FIH Pro League event in Hobart. Pak hockey team claims they were asked to lie. The incident has been seen as a major source of embarrassment for Pakistan's national sporting team. And let's listen to one of the players telling us the experience they had.
सामने आए हैं उसके बारे में क्या हकीकत है, क्या कहेंगे, क्या हुआ वहाँ पर साथ टीम के साथ वहाँ पर?
बड़ा अच्छा मैं समझता हूँ कि एक हमने जब प्रो हॉकी लीग के लिए क्वालिफाई किया, मैंने खुद पाकिस्तान हॉकी फेडरेशन के साथ मिलके इनकी मदद की कि 7 साल बाद पाकिस्तान का प्रो हॉकी लीग में क्वालिफाई करना एक बहुत बड़ी अचीवमेंट है। जैसे हम अर्जेंटीना से वापस आए, चीज़ें मैं समझता हूँ कि ठीक होने की बजाय ख़राब होना स्टार्ट हो गई। ऑस्ट्रेलिया के दौरे की बात करता हूँ तो मैं बात ही पहले स्टार्ट करूँगा कि फ़्लाइट और होटलिंग से, कि जैसी जिस फ़्लाइट पे हमें लेके जाया गया उसके बाद सिडनी उतर के मैं समझता हूँ कि 12 से 13 से भी ज़्यादा 14-15 घंटे हम वहाँ पे ओपरा स्ट्रीट पे लवारसों की तरह घूमते रहे। किसी बंदे ने हमारी टीम का कोई एहसास नहीं किया, ना वहाँ पे होटलिंग थी, ना टाइम से फूड दिया गया। उसके बाद सिडनी से होबार्ट हम रवाना हुए। होबार्ट जाके हम जो जितनी भी खबरें पाकिस्तान में पहुँची हैं मैं आपको पहले बताऊँ वो सारी सच खबरें हैं, क्योंकि जो वीडियो मेरी टीम की तरफ से और मैंने बनाई थी, भेजी थी, वो हमें थोड़ा सा इन्होंने बताया, हमारी टीम मैनेजमेंट की तरफ से कहा गया कि बात इंडिया तक पहुँच गई है। और जब इंडिया की बात आई तो इसमें खुद मैंने फ़ील किया कि बात मेरे मुल्क की है, मेरे मुल्क की बदनामी नहीं होनी चाहिए। मैंने इंडिया को जो है वो फेस करने के लिए वीडियो बनाई कि हमारे सारे हालात बिल्कुल ठीक हैं, टीम के साथ कोई ज़्यादती नहीं हो रही। दरअसल ये बात बिल्कुल झूठ थी। जो भी वहाँ से बातें सारी आई हैं, वीडियोज़ आई हैं, पैगाम आए हैं, हर चीज़ सच्ची है। मैं प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ पाकिस्तान को, आर्मी चीफ साहब को ये रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि जल्द से जल्द इस चीज़ का नोटिस लिया जाए जो कि बच्चों के साथ ज़्यादती की गई है। पीएसबी ने जब बात की गई पीएसबी से, तो पीएसबी ने कहा जी हमने पाकिस्तान हॉकी फेडरेशन को जो फंड्स हैं वो जाने से पहले दिए हैं। जब मैंने अपनी टीम मैनेजमेंट से बात की तो टीम मैनेजमेंट ने ये कहा कि जी स्पोर्ट्स बोर्ड ने हमें प्रॉपर फंड नहीं दिए, जो कि हमें फाइनेंशियल इशू वहाँ पे आए हैं। सो मुझे नहीं अब लगता कि स्पोर्ट्स बोर्ड गलत है या पाकिस्तान हॉकी फेडरेशन गलत है, पर एक चीज़ ज़रूर ये है कि पाकिस्तान हमारी टीम की जो मैनेजमेंट है इन्होंने हमारे साथ बहुत ज़्यादा झूठ बोले हैं। हमारा 5 दिन बाद जो है वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफाइंग राउंड है, एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट राउंड है पाकिस्तान हॉकी फेडरेशन के लिए और पाकिस्तान प्लेयर्स के लिए। मैं समझता हूँ कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान को जल्दी से जल्दी इस चीज़ पे एक्शन लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारे पास टाइम बहुत थोड़ा है। इस मैनेजमेंट के साथ हम आगे काम नहीं कर सकते बिल्कुल भी। मेरी टीम मेरे साथ मौजूद है, काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट राउंड है हमारा, हमने वर्ल्ड कप के लिए क्वालिफाइंग करना है। जितने भी इदारे हैं, मैं आर्मी चीफ से रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ, प्राइम मिनिस्टर से रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि इस चीज़ का जल्द से जल्द नोटिस लेके इस पे एक्शन किया जाए।
आपका कहना है कि इस मैनेजमेंट, ये हॉकी फेडरेशन की मैनेजमेंट या टीम मैनेजमेंट, कोच और हेड कोच वगैरह जो,
ये टीम मैनेजमेंट की बात कर रहा हूँ, जिसमें ताहिर जमान, शेख उस्मान और ये नदीम खान लोधी, दिशान अशरफ और असलम, ये प्लेयर्स को सेपरेट होके ये क्लियर बात करनी है, मुझे किसी चीज़ का डर नहीं है। इन्होंने प्लेयर्स को सेपरेट करके एक एक बंदे को स्टिल पूछा कि आप हॉकी फेडरेशन के साथ हैं या माद भट्ट के साथ हैं। मैं इस चीज़ की गवाही देने के लिए तैयार हूँ कि इतना फ़र्क क्यों डाला जा रहा है। मैं पाकिस्तानी हूँ, बहैसियत पाकिस्तानी कैप्टन, ये चीज़ें क्यों ऐसे गलत की जा रही हैं। मैं मीडिया के तौसल से ये चीज़ें क्लियर करना चाहता हूँ कि पाकिस्तान हॉकी फेडरेशन के जो सेक्रेटरी हैं उन तक ये बात क्लियर पहुँचाई जाए कि ये चीज़ें क्यों सामने आ रही हैं।
आपका मुतालबा कब क्या है सारे खिलाड़ियों?
हमारा सिर्फ मुतालबा ये है कि हमने 5 दिन बाद जो है वो वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफाइंग राउंड खेलने मिस्र में जाना है। हम इस टीम मैनेजमेंट के साथ बिल्कुल काम नहीं कर सकते। उसके बाद हमारा जो है थर्ड फेस है प्रो हॉकी लीग का, बेल्जियम और इंग्लैंड में फोर्थ है। जितनी भी चीज़ें हैं पाकिस्तान स्पोर्ट्स बोर्ड से रिक्वेस्ट है, अगर वो चीज़ें बेहतर करना चाहते हैं या कर सकते हैं तो वो ज़रूर करें, और पाकिस्तान हॉकी फेडरेशन और पाकिस्तान जितने प्लेयर्स हैं इनकी हेल्प करें।
डॉक्टर साहब ये बताइएगा कि नाकस इंतजामात, नाकस रहाइश, नाकस खुराक, इन तमाम तर चीज़ों का बुनियादी जो जिम्मेदार ठहरा रहे हैं वो टीम मैनेजमेंट को ठहरा रहे हैं। आप समझते हैं कि इसमें हॉकी फेडरेशन का अमल दखल नहीं था? क्या आप यही बताना चाह रहे हैं?
मैं आपको ये बात क्लियर करूं, हॉकी फेडरेशन का भी ज़रूर इसमें कसूर है, उसके बाद टीम मैनेजमेंट का है, क्योंकि हमने तो हॉकी फेडरेशन से डायरेक्ट बात नहीं करनी, हमने हॉकी अपनी जो टीम मैनेजमेंट है उसके साथ बात करनी है। सो उसमें मैं आपको क्लियर बताऊं कि शेख उस्मान ने हमारे साथ जितनी बातें कही हैं, ताहिर जमान ने, वो सब बेबुनियाद और झूठी हैं।
लेकिन सर इमरान भाई ये भी एक हकीकत ये भी है कि इस पूरी प्रो लीग के अंदर, टूर्नामेंट के अंदर हम 8 मैच मुसलसल हारे हैं। तो आप समझते हैं कि ये एक बुनियादी वजह बिल्कुल अपनी तरफ ठीक है कि नाकस खुराक थी, नाकस रहाइश थी, वहाँ पर लोग हमारे खिलाड़ी जो है वो दिल बर्दाश्ता हुए।
मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि मैं अपनी टीम की परफॉर्मेंस से सेटिस्फाई हूँ पूरा, जैसा जिन हालात में मेरी टीम ने परफॉर्म किया।
ऑस्ट्रेलिया के दौरान जो अब तक चीज़ें
पता नहीं हमारे साथ सुतेली जो सी माँ अपने बच्चे के साथ बर्ताव करती है उस तरह हमारे साथ बर्ताव किया गया है। और जहाँ तक बात है डेली अलाउंसेस की, उसके अंदर मैं ऐड कर दूँ कि 2023 के अंदर हमारे इस टीम के अंदर 9 से 10 प्लेयर हैं जो 2023 के अंदर पाकिस्तान टीम में थे। उनके 5 से 6 टूर्स के डेली आज भी पेंडिंग है, जो कि 30 से 40 लाख रुपए बनता है। वो तमाम जो उनकी डेली अलाउंसेस हम भूल के पाकिस्तान हॉकी फेडरेशन के साथ 2024 से हमने काम करना शुरू किया। 2023 के अंदर मैं आपको इवेंट्स गिना सकता हूँ, एशियन चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी इंडिया, एशियन गेम्स, 5 साइड एशिया कप, जोहर बारू और जूनियर वर्ल्ड कप। ये 5 इवेंट्स हैं जिसके डोमेस्टिक डेलीज भी और इंटरनेशनल डेलीज भी पाकिस्तान हॉकी फेडरेशन ने प्लेयर्स को देनी है, जिसके अंदर हमारे जो से इस टाइम टॉप प्लेयर्स हैं वो भी पार्टिसिपेट कर चुके थे।
India's showcase event, the Global AI Impact Summit, is going on at Bharat Mandapam with 20 plus world leaders assembled there, and there's going to be a photo op in the evening as Prime Minister goes on with his bilaterals with these leaders. Essentially, India showcasing its IT might in the cutting edge sunrise artificial intelligence sector. In fact, Republic teams are there on the ground, and we spoke to some of the industry leaders from AI, including Chris Gopalakrishnan and Muthu Lakshmi of Tata Digital. Let's take a listen to what they are saying at the Bharat Mandapam AI Summit venue.
In the world of handloom, one thing that the innovation with the jacquard happened in 1804, and from then to now, it has come to electronic jacquard. But in the world of design, to make a personalized design of a new sari, it takes anywhere between 2 to 3 months today. And many of us, when we invest in silk, which is for a special occasion as wedding, the raw material would cost close to 15 to 20,000. And when it has to be really special, and it is personalized, it can go in lakhs. And in today's generation wants it to be in every way also connected to the roots, and also bringing contemporary designs in their fabric and in any form, right? And that's why we first applied AI in the design of handloom, and then getting it to the weave. So from concept to weave today takes in months. Like I said, we got it down to weeks with an interactive AI application out there.
If you could just help us explain how does it really help?
Yes, and technique. Once the design's done, for the weaver to weave it without mistakes, today he has to remember every point at which a color of thread has to be interlaced through. The hook will lift and he would see that the thread's going up. But for them to remember at every line which color thread to pass, it's today the memory the weaver carries, and it's a skill they develop over 10-15 years. And they start this craft at the age of 7 or 8 today. And back in those days. But today's younger generation are moving away from this craft simply because it's so complex to learn and master and earn enough livelihood making such complex designs, right? So we created this simple assistive technology to help the weavers in guiding them through such an intricate design, which makes the product's value almost 3 to 5x.
Right.
And that value directly gets passed on to the weaver beyond the raw material, and that way most of the value of the product, when it goes to them, their livelihood improves and they continue to stay in the craft. Our essential goal was to, if we don't bring in technology, this craft may not exist 50 years from now.
So for the survival and in a way a revival of the craft as well. But there's always a concern when it comes to AI. across domains, that will it take away the jobs? But does it replace the weaver? I would just straight away ask you that, or does it really help in?
No, this definitely does not replace the weaver. It is to help the weaver do better, right? Like in many other places where we apply, where humans find it difficult or humans cannot do, AI can beautifully augment and create outcomes that are multiple X. So that's pretty much how we applied it here as well.
Yeah, see, fundamentally, autonomy is a continuum from automatic, right? So if we all graduated the manual driving and then we got some automatic features, autonomous takes it to the next level where driver convenience, comfort, safety, personalization, and at the extreme level, self-driving ability comes in. Generally speaking, we tend to assume the extreme feature, which is there is no driver, which is actually the driverless scenario, where all the features are acting. That's the ultimate state of autonomy. And this car that you see here is a demo. It's a mock-up that we have built for the purpose of such events and exhibitions. But fundamentally, inside it, you see a TCS engineered capability. This particular capability has a host of infrastructure, which is the chipsets around which all the AI algorithms would be running, all the way to personalization features and the interactive cockpit that you see where the driver would be engaging with the vehicle. There is voice recognition, there is photo features, and of course the infotainment system that is already built in. And you can take these features based on what the car maker chooses to build into his or her platform. The OEM has to make a choice, and those features could be enabled with these proven capabilities that are built into the vehicle.
So do you, what you would say to the viewers who are right now thinking that is India really ready for an autonomous vehicle?
This is a very normal standard question globally, not just in India. If you look at the full form of autonomy, which is driverless, then it is not just the vehicle alone that needs to be ready. The infrastructure also needs to be ready. And the applicability of that also has to be tested. So today, if you see, the features that are ready for India are the aspects of personalization, aspects of driver safety, which you can use in order to get to your destination safer. Elements which are more oriented towards being totally driverless are very few global deployments also. That will take time, and it will also depend on how quickly the infrastructure can scale up, because there is obviously a cost that is attached to municipal infrastructure, road junctions, traffics, and it's not just you on the road. You have to keep in mind that we have a multimodal traffic system. Not only other passenger cars, but other forms of transport also need to be ready, what we call as V2X, vehicle to X communication. That takes time. This is a technology demonstrator which tells you that we can get there and how to get there.
We will start the demonstration. First of all, the driver will do the authentication. Like here, I'm doing the authentication.
Hi Prem, it's great to see you again.
So it has authenticated me. Now I will interact with the avatar. Hi Autonomo.
Hello, how may I assist you?
Start the drive.
Sure, starting journey from airport to Bharat Mandapam. Sure, starting journey from airport to Bharat Mandapam.
So this is the radar sensor, and we did the gesture-based control,
Stopping
like we
for
started
toll
the
gate.
vehicle.
So maneuvering?
So maneuvering is through various AI
Resuming
agents
the
that we
journey.
have. So now we are moving towards the highway. Now you would see the fog scenario on the screen like we have in the Delhi. So here the camera would be blind.
Stopped
You
vehicle
don't see.
detected by
And the-
radar.
and it has-
Emergency braking activated.
This is for like when the visibility is dipping.
The visibility is not there. Yeah.
It's a feature that actually helps to
Navigate in the fog kind of scenarios.
That's actually very interesting and very, very much useful in such situations. So we can just pan the camera once again. You can just trace that track.
Merging
Yeah.
into highway
So simulation
and
that
switching to middle lane.
Yes. So this is now the agent knows what are my preferences and it is driving in the center lane.
Slow moving vehicle detected.
So now it has
Do
detected
you want to do the lane change?
Yes. So it detected the slow moving vehicle. It asked for the confirmation, and once I provided,
Initiating overtake
it has
based
done
on
the
your
overtake of
approval.
the vehicle.
Emergency vehicle is oncoming.
The camera which is
Switching
pointing
the
in.
lane.
Oh, there's a yawn count also.
Information.
So
The traffic
we can
ahead
just zoom in
sign
there.
V2X.
And viewers, this is a yawn count. So if you are sleepy, you're not in the state to
Alarm
drive, I think
initiated.
it's for
Taking
the...
vehicle to safe state.
So it is actually detecting the driver fatigue. So he's just closed his eyes. And he's just closed his eyes. We can just show this panel here, the screen here. He's closing his eyes and it is showing the yawn factor and driver fatigue detected. So it is also checking if the driver is in the right state to even drive the vehicle for safety's sake. So that's another feature of this autonomous vehicle. And what else is interesting?
So we have shown all the features that we have. There was a V2V, a gesture control. Those were all the upcoming features that we have tried to demonstrate over there.
Safety-wise, you have a visibility sensor. You have even the driver state, if he's fatigued. That is also very, very important. So AI helping the human, collaboration of, AI with human, for human, and the skills in fact getting enhanced. If you could just tell us that when there is, if something goes awry, security wise, what are the features to actually take charge?
So we have the authentication that we did right in the starting, and then when driver is not, or driver is drowsy, or if he has some issue, so then we tried to stop the vehicle. We moved to the minimum risk maneuver state and we stopped the vehicle, and we also give the alert.
All right, while staying with the AI summit, India's IT industry legend Sridhar Vembu, though not at the summit, spoke to Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami from the sidelines. Sridhar Vembu argued against view that white-collar jobs will be taken away. Take a listen to that deep dive that Arnab had with Sridhar Vembu on the impact of AI.
At the end of the day, we've become so carried away with the AI discussion, sometimes we believe that we are going to be replaced, and I don't see that happening. But you shared a 5-step framework to help professionals and leaders navigate the threat that AI poses to white-collar jobs. And your post was in response, I think, to a tweet by London School of Economics professor Luis Garisano, who's argued that many professional jobs cannot be fully automated because they are quote-unquote messy and require complex judgment. So you are saying that we're still in stage 1 or 2 about AI's impact on companies and jobs. Can you tell us a little bit more about this? What makes you so sure?
Yeah.
You see, if it was anyone else, it would be something else. What makes Sridhar Vembu so sure that white-collar jobs will not be taken away?
I would state it this way. If already AI is now at least 3.5, 4 years in, and a lot of these coding tools are now well into their 3rd or 4th generation now. And I don't think we have lost any meaningful number of jobs. If anything, overall, the number of jobs actually, even in software, has gone up. And even in the US, by the way, even in the US. So, and definitely in India too. So at least so far, the evidence is that jobs have not gone away. And then there is a second thing. There is, tens of millions of businesses out there that actually require help navigating this transformation. How do I best use these tools? Helping them navigate the transition itself are jobs. And so those kind of jobs get created. I mean, a good example, right? When the internet emerged, the World Wide Web emerged, a lot of people became, they set up websites for other companies. Those are still jobs. There are companies, small companies in small towns in India, from Tiruvannamalai or Indore, anywhere, that people are actually working in these jobs where they set up websites, all of that. In a similar way, they could transition themselves to helping companies worldwide take advantage of the best AI tools for a marketing campaign, maybe for setting up an app, all of this. So the jobs will change their character. And here India has an advantage. We have a youthful workforce that is very easily able to absorb all of this. I have programmers. Within like 3 days, they picked up these AI tools and they were very productive with it. 3 days. So that is the kind of that is what youth confers. On the other hand, you hear a lot of angst in the West because the workforce is broadly middle-aged and above. About, hey, at this age, do I really need to learn all of this new stuff? How many times are you going to disrupt me? That sentiment is there. But somebody who's like 23 or 24, that's not their problem. They just go pick it up and learn. So for these reasons, I'm particularly optimistic about India.
All right. Yesterday we had 14 former world cricket captains, including Sunil Gavaskar and Kapil Dev of India, come together and petition the Pakistan government on the health concerns around Imran Khan, who's incarcerated in the Adiala jail. Now his family has come out and sought access to check on the Khan amid reports that he has partially turned blind. Take a look.
Former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan's health concerns are escalating. Workers of the Insaf Youth Wing gathered on the Gujarat-Lahore road. They raised slogans over what they described as deteriorating health conditions of Imran Khan. Protesters expressed anger over his continued imprisonment and alleged lack of proper medical facilities. Imran Khan, founder of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Party, has been in jail following multiple legal cases filed against him after his removal from office in 2022. Since his incarnation, his party has repeatedly claimed that he is being denied adequate medical care and access to family members and legal counsel. According to protesters, meetings with his sisters, lawyers and party leaders were allegedly restricted. The demonstrators demanded that Khan be provided basic human and medical rights and called for transparent medical treatment. Amid rising tensions, Khan's sister Noreen Niazi came forward with strong allegations, questioning the authorities over his treatment and transfer to a medical facility without informing the family.
कि ये जो आज हो रहा है, ये बड़े कुछ महीनों से बड़ी सिस्टमेटिकली ये यहाँ तक पहुँचे। इन्होंने बड़ी पहले से कुछ प्लानिंग की हुई थी। इन्होंने पहले हमारी मुलाकातें एक एक करके बंद कराई। पहले अलीमा खानम को छोड़ा कि जी कह दी जा सकती। वकीलों का इन्होंने बंद किया, उनके पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के लोगों का बंद किया। मुझे अफसोस है कि हमें चाहिए था, हम तभी से वहाँ पे ऐसा धरना देते कि हम कभी उठते ही ना। ये मुजरिम लोग हैं, ये इन्होंने जुर्म करने वाले हैं। इनकी जुर्रत कैसे हुई थी जब ये इमरान खान को पिम्स रात के अंधेरे में लेकर गए बगैर फैमिली को बताए? ये वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने पिम्स की शक्ल भी नहीं देखी। इमरान खान वो वाहिद पाकिस्तानी है जो पाकिस्तान की पहचान है। इनको तो कोई जानता भी नहीं है। आप जाके पूछें कि ये कौन लोग हैं, दुनिया में इनकी पहचान नहीं है। इमरान खान की जिंदगी का ये सोचे भी ना। इस वक्त अगर इन्होंने इस वक्त इमरान खान का ना सामने लेकर आए, हॉस्पिटल में ना लेकर गए, आप सोचें इनका ख्याल है हम आराम से बैठेंगे, हमारी जो अस्पताल में जाएंगे, हम साथ जाएंगे। इनके पूरे खानदान जाते थे। आप जेल इंतजामिया से पूछे जाके ये कैसे जेलें काटी इन्होंने।
The protest highlights the deepening political divide in Pakistan as supporters continue to rally behind the former Prime Minister, demanding transparency and improved medical care. Authorities have yet to issue a detailed response to the latest allegations, even as tensions surrounding Imran Khan's health and imprisonment continue to mount.
Okay, staying with Imran Khan, breaking news development connected with the Khan. Imran Khan Release Force, that's something formed by his party, the PTI, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. They have in fact announced the formation of Imran Khan Release Force, which will struggle to secure the former Prime Minister's release from jail. Imran Khan has been in prison for more than a couple of years now, and he is in prison in many cases, including cases of corruption, including cases of impropriety while in office. And the Pakistani army and General Asim Munir have doubled down on making sure that Imran Khan does not come out. And recently there have been reports that the Khan's health condition is worsening, that he is not being given adequate medical attention, that he has lost vision up to 85% in one of his eyes, right eye, and the family is not being allowed to meet. And in this backdrop, with concerns surrounding Imran Khan's safety and well-being. The PTI has decided to set up a security force. Whether this is going to take up arms, let's take a listen to what the PTI office bearers had to say.
जवेद साहब हमारे साथ है सर, ये बताएं कि 6 रोज़ा जो धरना है वो उसको आज काल ऑफ किया गया, इस पर क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए, आज इमरान खान साहब ने पैगाम भेजा था कि सारे लोग मेरे केसेस पे पहुंचे, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में और हाई कोर्ट में, और आज मुझे बड़ी खुशी हुई है कि बहुत बड़ी तादाद में ना सिर्फ पार्लियामेंटेरियंस, वकला, उनकी बहनें भी आई हैं, फैमिली के साथ भी खड़े हुए हैं, सारे सब पहुंचे। इमरान खान ने कहा वो सिर्फ अदालतों के जरिए मेरिट की बुनियाद पर इंसाफ से वो निकलेंगे जेल से बाहर। और आज बड़ी अच्छी बात है कि हमारा जो सिट इन था वो पार्लियामेंट के बाहर होना था, तो जुमे की नमाज पढ़ के जब हम पार्लियामेंट में हमने जुमे की नमाज पढ़ी तो हम जब बाहर जा रहे हैं वो लोग गेट बंद कर दिया। तो जब गेट बंद किया हमने तो सामने जाना था पार्लियामेंट हाउस। पार्लियामेंट हाउस डी चौक पर है जी, हमने वहां पार्लियामेंट हाउस के सामने इकट्ठे होना था और पुरअमन एहतजाज उन्होंने बंद कर दिया। जुम्मा, हफ्ता, इतवार 3 दिन हम अंदर बंद थे। ये आप जितना भी चेक कर ले आपको पता चलेगा।
सर खुद है शायद मौजूद।
जी हाँ, और खाना बंद हो गया, पानी हम नलकों का, वॉशरूम के नलके का पानी पीते रहे, लेकिन वो मसला नहीं है। खाने भी कहीं ना कहीं चने बिस्किट चिटकर चलते रहे, फिर मंडे को खुल भी गया, कोई मसला नहीं है वो। लेकिन इसका इम्पैक्ट बहुत पड़ा है। महमूद खान चिकजई, अलामा राजा नासिर बाज, जिनको जिम्मेदारी दी इमरान खान साहब ने, और उन्होंने एक कमाल का, ये मैं कहता हूँ कि एक सिट इन था कमाल का। इसकी बहुत ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट पड़ी है, इसकी हर हल्के पे इसका इम्पैक्ट पड़ा है और एक आवाज उठी है। और ये बहुत ही पुरअमन तरीका, बड़ा अच्छा मेथड था। और अब अगले मरले में हम जा रहे हैं, तो लिहाजा अब रमजान शरीफ भी शुरू होने वाला है कल ईद के बाद। वो तो सुहेल आफरीदी ने अभी ऐलान किया, इमरान खान रिहाई फोर्स, उसमें आप साइन अप करें, यानी कि आप उसके मेंबर बने, आप फिर उसकी प्रोफेशनल्स आए, स्टूडेंट्स आए, हर सिर्फ तहरीक इंसाफ नहीं, सब सारे आए ना, उसमें सारे आए, और खवातीन आए, शोबिस के हमारे लोग आए, स्पोर्ट्स के लोग आए, बाकी प्रोफेशंस के लोग उसमें आए, और उसकी ओथ टेकिंग होगी ईद के बाद। सुहेल आफरीदी ने जैसे कि ऐलान किया है, मेरा ख्याल है ये बड़ा जबरदस्त आइडिया है।
इमरान खान साहब
सारी चीजें पैरेलल चलती हैं कोर्ट्स में। बड़ी खुशी हुई, आज काफी लोग आए हैं।
हुकूमत ने जो रिपोर्ट जारी की, कल मुस्तफा साहब ने इस पर मीडिया टॉक भी की, आप लोग अब मुतमईन है कि खान साहब मतलब 90% की जो बिनाई है वो वापस आ गई?
नहीं, हमारा कंसर्न है जी कि डॉक्टर फैसल और डॉक्टर आसिम की मुलाकात करवा दें।
तो आप उस पर
देखिए वो मुलाकात हो जाए। हाँ, वो हम कोर्ट भी आ रहे हैं ना, उसमें हम कहते हैं कि उनकी मुलाकात करवाएं ताकि पूरी कौम में एक तशवीश पाई जाती है, तो सब चीज क्लियर हो जाए।
थैंक यू सर।
All right, that was a PTI office bearer wanting not just PTI cadre but even others to come out, people of Pakistan, appealing to the people of Pakistan to come out and make it a movement to get the Khan out of Adiala jail, even as Asim Munir doubles down in the face of Supreme Court scrutiny on Imran Khan's incarceration. With that, we slip into a short break, but coming up on the other side, more on the AI summit from Bharat Mandapam.
At 6 p.m. this evening, we bring you the biggest stories from the country. From the AI summit, the controversy surrounding the robot presented during a demo at the Galgotias University pavilion is making headlines. What is the controversy about? What do the professors from Galgotia University are saying? And what has the government told the Galgotias University? What is the action that has been taken? We'll tell you all that and much more at 6 Stories at 6 with me, Rakshita Mishra.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ, 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा, आर प्योर मसाला।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध, MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country has watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote only Congress. From that press conference, neither I will gain one vote, neither I will lose one vote.
But you have said some amazing things.
Yes.
You said that you think that Gaurav Gogoi visited Pakistan on an invitation from the ISI. You have said he has gone there for specific training, and some specific training was given to him in Pakistan.
Arnab,
these are national security allegations,
yes,
sir.
Yes. Arnab, today Gaurav Gogoi did a press conference. I do not know whether you know it or no, do not know it. He has amplified my allegation. My allegation was that he got a visa for Lahore. Then next day when he arrived Lahore, Ministry of Interior Pakistan issued a letter that he can come to Karachi and Islamabad, but there was no visa for Rawalpindi. Today in the press conference he says that he went to Taxila, that is in Rawalpindi district, that is the headquarters of Pakistan Army, and there is no visa for visiting Rawalpindi. Now, India and Pakistan visa regime is such that it has to be city-centric. Today we put a question to Mr. Gaurav Gogoi that how can you visit it
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ, 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा, आर प्योर मसाला।
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front, and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to play, to take the field on February 15 for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn? We should have never given them a long rope. We should have caught them and said, no, you said you're not playing, now you don't play. We should have embarrassed them. We should have made life hell for them. We should have reigned in the Pakistanis, but
now the comprehensive framework for cooperation on mobility that was signed at the summit and the establishment of this legal gateway office translate our broader understanding into concrete action. Excellencies, friends, we are living through a period of profound transformation in the global economy. De-risking is a growing priority. Supply chains are being reconfigured. Technology is reshaping work. Demographics are diverging sharply across geographies. The concept of a global workforce is an emerging reality. Countries that can connect talent flows with seizing opportunity while ensuring legality, transparency, and fairness will be best positioned to navigate this transition. With one of the world's youngest populations, a rapidly growing skills base, and strong capabilities in digital, scientific, and emerging technologies, India is increasingly a major contributor to global talent pools. We believe in mobility with a purpose, mobility that is legal and regular, that empowers individuals, strengthens partner economies, and contributes to development at home. The European Legal Gateway Office must be appreciated in this larger context. It will serve as an enabler, one that brings predictability and clarity to mobility pathways across the European Union. As a trusted interface, it will help students, researchers, and professionals understand opportunities, pathways, and qualification frameworks. By doing so, it reduces uncertainty and enhances confidence, particularly among young Indians seeking to engage Europe's diverse education and innovation ecosystems. India's recent international engagements reflect a consistent belief that global challenges require connected societies and cooperative solutions. Talent mobility, when responsibly promoted, is part of that solution. Our focus for the AI Impact Summit that has been to recognize AI's unique capacity to bridge divides, amplify growth, enable social progress, and deliver solutions on scale. Our core philosophy is encapsulated in AI for all, that is grounded in ethical, human-centric advancement and driven by the principle of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, which is together with all, development for all. So let me conclude by offering a final thought. The European Legal Gateway Office is not just a facilitation for entry into Europe. It is a bridge between our societies, an expression of our trust, and an investment in a shared global workforce that is skilled, mobile, and resilient. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Honourable Minister, distinguished Madam Vice President, distinguished secretaries, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is really my pleasure to join
Can you please tell us what we have here so that students can develop their own products and do the research?
Obviously. So, okay. So what is, we have recently developed a NVIDIA Research Center
Okay, that is advanced AI Research Center. So where you can see we have the NVIDIA DGX H200 facilities and student equipped with the different type of computers, or we can provide the access to the student of these. So they are doing their research, even though we are providing the access to the research scholars. So they are doing their research in different domains. So here you will find in every domain, almost we are doing the research in agriculture, in medicine, in pharmacy, or you can say the you can say that is media. So we have different type of domains here in this the research scholar, the student are doing the research. So if you will see the facilities here, you also already you have covered this part. So we have this type of lab. So you can find we have the equipped with all type of innovative ideas, and student can develop their ideas here.
How the AI is used in the R&D sector in Galgotias University, sir?
Yeah, so I already told you. So in different domains we are doing the research, and you can see when we are talking about the innovative things. So first what is happening, we ask the student thinking out. So we have the one cell here, that is the innovation cell. So some students came with the different type of ideas, and if there is a need of AI, so we have the all facilities. One center you are seeing here, that is the NVIDIA center. Another center that is equipped with the HP.
So what exactly happened, and the companies, the international companies which have claimed this, so what do you want to say about it?
Basically, Galgotias University has already submitted our explanation on that we have purchased that robo from some Indian company, and maybe they have taken from some Chinese company, and that robo we have taken for the development of our student. We want that student know about the different technologies using by the different countries, and they work on AI, and they use the different channels of the AI, and they prepared and they manufactured some good robo. Other than that, so our main purpose is that we have spent lot of money and we have built a artificial intelligence block. So we are purchasing lot of things to just give the brief demo and to research purpose that the student can understand those things, and this is that is only the purpose. That is the word they have given, they have chosen the wrong word in that. So it's our clear statement that we have purchased that and we are using that for the research purpose only.
Sir, what do you want to about the drone, which the South Korean company claimed that they have made that drone? However, the Galgotias University made the claim at the AI summit that they have manufactured that drone. So what do you want to say about that?
Basically, please understand the things that we are not the manufacturing company. We are lot of things. Our students are preparing in the university campus. Lot of things we are purchasing from the lot of separate different companies. So our motto is just to train the students and just to give the research demo and demonstration that how the technologies are going on, the new technologies, and now how you can go ahead from here to use those technologies and adding your skills in that. So that is our only the purpose, sir. It's about the robo and the drone. Our students are preparing the drones also. They are preparing the 3D models also. They are preparing a lot of things. So we cannot say that our students are not preparing anything. They are preparing also. And the
Galgotias University have faced a major backlash on the social media after they have made the.
Ms. Neha, if you could just explain, have you been asked to vacate this arrangement?
Ma'am, I think we have better questions to take up. How the things which were not intended to came across, how the things were misinterpreted, how the students' work which was supposed to be showcased in this summit is taken into clarifying controversy. So these are more important questions that we should be answering. But what you are asking, we have no such directives.
No, the question is that everybody is raising the question, and it's about the reputation of a summit that is being the first one in South Asia, ma'am. The claims that have been made about this robotic dog, this robot becoming, in fact, being manufactured at the center of excellence. That was the claim made, ma'am. And
was the claim made that it has been manufactured at the centers of excellence? No.
What do you mean? So what are you saying right now?
I am saying that Galgotias University has done a major investment in artificial intelligence only to expose our students with cutting-edge technologies from across the globe. This was a part of the investment for the students to study the engineering, to do the R&D, to do the anatomy and develop something further on it and build something from the scratch which has better features, which has better version and which can contribute to Viksit Bharat. Now that did not come across very eloquently, that was not interpreted in the most sane ways, and that is how it took the internet by storm for all the wrong reasons.
Don't you feel that the name Unitary should have been mentioned earlier so as to avoid this control?
Ma'am had given, ma'am has also given an interview yesterday to BBC.
Yes. Your name?
I'm Dr. Aishwarya.
Yes.
Yesterday only BBC covered my bite, and there I had clearly mentioned that we have procured the same, and it is an O2 model, O2 air model, and Unitary has manufactured it. We never claimed we have manufactured it. We have only said that it is a part of the 370 crores that we are investing in the direction of AI, and it is for the upskilling and experiential learning for our students.
Exactly.
All the R&D is being done, and with the help of our Center of Excellences, we are trying to develop more advanced, our own versions, our own prototypes of the same.
You feel that this could have been avoided?
Ma'am, we really regret
the controversy.
You're claiming this is a misinterpretation.
No, what could have been avoided? The controversy, was it created by us? So we really not in a position to say.
Who are you blaming?
I'm not blaming anyone. I'm only regretting the fact that the time and the energy which should have been used for showcasing the work of the students is now being used for something which is very transient, which is here today, will not be here tomorrow.
Will you still showcase the robot?
I will showcase the robot as a part of AI investment.
Is it not here anymore?
It is not here anymore. It has gone back to the lab for the students to continue with the work they have been doing, and also for your attention to be taken to the other relevant stuffs.
Thank you so much, Ms. Neha and Ms. Dr. Srivastava for joining us on Republic TV. So that is the clarification that has been now put out, that we never made those claims. It is something that has been created, and it is unfortunate. And we had in fact called that this is an AI investment for the students. All right, we are at the AI Impact Summit at the Bharat Mandapam. This is the Galgotias University Pavilion, and the lights have just gone off. The lights have been turned off amid the controversy surrounding the robot that is alleged to have been passed off as a maid at the Center of Excellence of Galgotias University, but it was a Chinese-made robot. Now, we had been asking the representatives, the professors, that have you been asked to vacate this venue? They were tight-lipped. They were saying that we are not aware about any such intimation, no communication to vacate this place. But now, as you can see, the other pavilions, they're all lit up. You can see the difference. And now, Galgotias here, you can see the lights have just been turned off, and they will be asked to vacate. All the models are being taken off. As you can see that the models will be taken off very, very soon. So there were different AI models, but they have all been cleaned up. This is all being removed. So as you can see that this will be no more a pavilion for the Galgotias University amid the and the electricity has been disconnected, as you can see. That is, of course, showing it's a clear evidence of the Galgotias University being asked to move out. And this is, of course, we have tried to speak to the professors as well. And we have tried to, and they are clearly they're very disturbed. They're not speaking right now. They are being chased by media persons, but they are not ready to speak right now as the electricity has been disconnected. It has been cut off. While they were in fact speaking to the media, denying making any claims that the robot was made. They are using the word develop, that it was an AI investment, because they have already been questioned on the word develop, which they do not have a clear answer for. So now they say it was just part of their AI investment, and it was for the students of Galgotias University, for exposure, for their upskilling. So this is right now the state of affairs. It's coming in as an embarrassment, in fact, for the AI Impact Summit. This is the first of such AI summit in Global South. India takes pride in this, this convergence of the leaders from the world of AI, the tech, and entrepreneurs. But what has happened at the Galgotias University, the pavilion, with the robot being passed off as made in India, which was later found out to be from China, from Unitree, that of course has caused a massive controversy. We are at the AI Impact Summit at the Bharat Mandapam. This is the Galgotias University pavilion, and the lights have just gone off. The lights have been turned off amid the controversy surrounding the robot that is alleged to have been passed off as a maid at the Center of Excellence of Galgotias University, but it was a Chinese-made robot. Now, we had been asking the representatives, the professors, that have you been asked to vacate this venue? They were tight-lipped. They were saying that we are not aware about any such intimation, no communication to vacate this place. But now, as you can see, the other pavilions, they're all lit up. You can see the difference. And now Galgotias here, you can see the lights have just been turned off, and they will be asked to vacate. All the models are being taken off. As you can see that the models will be taken off very soon. So there were different AI models, but they have all been cleaned up. This is all being removed. So as you can see that this will be no more a pavilion for the Galgotias University. And the electricity has been disconnected, as you can see. That is, of course, showing it's a clear evidence of the Galgotias University being asked to move out. And this is, of course, we have tried to speak to the professors as well. And we have tried to, and they are clearly they're very disturbed. They're not speaking right now. They are being chased by media persons, but they are not ready to speak right now as the electricity has been disconnected. It has been cut off while they were in fact.
A massive controversy has broken out in Telangana. In fact, questions are now being raised by the opposition parties in Telangana, particularly about the decision that has been taken by the Revant Reddy-led government in Telangana about a dedicated time for Muslim employees. In fact, Minority Affairs Minister Azharuddin has dodged a question that was posed by Republic TV, keeping in mind the allegations that have been leveled against the Telangana government of minority appeasement. In fact, the Congress government has basically passed an order by which they've indicated that Muslim employees are to leave the office by 4 o'clock in the evening on Ramzan. A decision that was taken by the government to allow Muslim employees, particularly, this is for the first time that a decision of this nature has been taken by the government, which has now triggered a political debate. Now, as per this order, which has been passed by the General Administration Department, Muslim employees working as teachers, contract and outsourcing staff, and working in boards, corporations, and public sector undertakings can leave the office early to break their fast and perform the religious prayers. Let me also go and bring in my colleague Aishwarya, who's going to join us on this broadcast. In fact, my colleague Aishwarya has spoken to Mohammad Azharuddin, who happens to be a minister in Revant Reddy's government. Aishwarya, you did actually ask a question to Mohammad Azharuddin. Was there any response coming in from the government? What's the rationale that has been given by the government for coming up with this kind of an order?
Yes, while the Minority Affairs Department and the Minister Azharuddin was confronted by the Republic here in Telangana, in Hyderabad, they only, while the Minority Affairs Ministry said that this is something been a practice not only by the Congress government but by the previous government as well, be it the BRS or the TDP during the combined Andhra Pradesh. There was a practice of allowing the Muslim employees to leave the office by 4 p.m. However, when the Azharuddin, the Minority Minister Affairs Minister, was confronted, he went silent and he refused to answer to the media, and he said that this is something that does not concern, and that is why he does not want to answer, while the ministry said that this has been a common practice and this particular order has been issued several times, several years earlier as well, and this is something that the BJP is trying to create communal violence, communal appeasement angle to with this particular order, but that is not the case in reality.
Aishwarya, I'll request you to stay on with us. Let me also play out the response now coming in from a government member. In fact, this is coming in from Ubaidullah Kotwal, who is the chairman of the Telangana State Minority Finance Corporation, on the permission that has been given to Muslims on Ramzan month. Listen.
Last decades, this procedure is there. The employees who are fasting in Ramzan, they are allowed to move before 1 hour from their working place. Opposition, I think no opposition is commenting this, but only a religion party is commenting as that. So it is an customized system which was introduced decades back, and it is followed throughout India, not only Telangana. Last decades, this procedure is there. The employees who are fasting in Ramzan, they are allowed to move before 1 hour from their working place. Opposition, I think no opposition is commenting this, but only a religion party is commenting as that. So it is an customized system which was introduced decades back, and it is followed throughout India, not only Telangana.
Well, this is the reality as far as Pakistan is concerned. Pakistan's hockey players were essentially stranded in a hotel in Australia following a tournament. In fact, Pakistani hockey players said that the team management could not pay the bills in the hotel, and that is the reason why they were basically left stranded. In fact, there is also a twist to the story, but first take a look at what the players had to say when they were in Sydney.
The Pakistan national hockey team faced a humiliating ordeal in Australia as hotel bookings were cancelled due to unpaid bills by the Pakistan Hockey Federation. Upon reaching Canberra for the second leg of the FIH Pro League in Hobart, players were forced to spend several hours on the road with no reception or coordination.
तकरीबन 1-2 दिन हम सड़कों पे रहे हैं, जिस तरह के पता नहीं हमारे साथ सुतेली जो सी माँ अपने बच्चे के साथ बर्ताव करती है उस तरह हमारे साथ बर्ताव किया गया है। और जहाँ तक बात है डेली अलाउंसेस की, उसके अंदर मैं ऐड कर दूँ कि 2023 के अंदर हमारे इस टीम के अंदर 9 से 10 प्लेयर हैं जो 2023 के अंदर पाकिस्तान टीम में थे। उनके 5 से 6 टूर्स के डेली आज भी पेंडिंग है, जो कि 30 से 40 लाख रुपए बनता है।
Captain Imad revealed that during a previous stop at Sydney Airport, the team was stranded for 13 hours, even having to wash their own utensils while filming the chaos themselves.
Today is a historic day, the third IFR being conducted in India. Now there are around 70 ships that are participating and 20 foreign ships from 19 different nations. The most important ship that India is fielding is the INS Vikrant and is fielding MiG-29K fighters aboard.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सबको मजेदार बने।
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country has watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote only Congress. From that press conference, neither I will gain one vote, neither I will lose one vote.
But you have said some amazing things.
Yes.
You said that you think that Gaurav Gogoi visited Pakistan on an invitation from the ISI. You have said he has gone there for specific training, and some specific training was given to him in Pakistan.
Arnab,
these are national security allegations,
yes,
sir.
Yes. Arnab, today Gaurav Gogoi did a press conference. I do not know whether you know it or no, do not know it. He has amplified my allegation. My allegation was that he got a visa for Lahore. Then next day when he arrived Lahore, Ministry of Interior Pakistan issued a letter that he can come to Karachi and Islamabad, but there was no visa for Rawalpindi. Today, in the press conference, he says that he went to Taxila, that is in Rawalpindi district, that is the headquarters of Pakistan Army, and there is no visa for visiting Rawalpindi. Now, India and Pakistan visa regime is such that it has to be city-centric. Today we put a question to Mr. Gaurav Gogoi that how can you visit the most secure place in Pakistan, that is called Rawalpindi, without a valid visa for that city. So if you Google, you will get immediate answer that an Indian citizen cannot go to Rawalpindi district of Punjab province.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to play, to take the field on February 15 for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn? We should have never given them a long rope. We should have caught them and said, no, you said you're not playing, now you don't play. We should have embarrassed them. We should have made life hell for them.
Headlines, Philip. Galgotias University expelled from AI Impact Summit Expo over Chinese robot display, apologizes after damage to event reputation. A decision by the Telangana government to allow Muslim employees to leave offices an hour early during Ramzan triggers a political debate. New CCTV footage appears in the Dwarka reel horror, shows chilling aftermath as Sahil Dhaneshwar lies motionless and the teenage accused stands at the scene. World Navy's parade, warships at India's showcase naval diplomacy event, 2026 International Fleet Review at Visakhapatnam. A very good evening, viewers. You're watching 6 Stories at 6. I'm Rakshita Mishra reporting from the Bharat Mandapam, where the AI Impact Summit 2026 is underway. It's day 3 and it saw multiple interesting conversations, panel discussions about AI and embracing AI. But there was one controversy that has caught the headlines all across. This was surrounding Galgotias University's display of a robot which they earlier claimed to be developed at their Center of Excellence. But later on it was exposed that it was actually a Chinese robot dog. They were asked by the government to move out of the expo. They were they were asked to vacate their pavilion here at the Galgotias University at Bharat Mandapam. They were asked to shut off their pavilion, and now they have apologized for what has caused embarrassment to the AI summit here in India, the first one in Global South. Here's more.
At the 5-day India AI Impact Summit in New Delhi, one exhibit grabbed eyeballs the most. A robotic dog labelled Orion at the pavilion of Galgotias University. Initially presented by a university professor as an in-house innovation from Galgotias AI Center of Excellence, the 4-legged robot was soon identified by tech watchers and summit visitors as a commercially available Chinese-made Unit 3 GO2 model.
Right now, in fact, reporting from the Galgotias University pavilion, and what we understand is that it is still very much here. They have not vacated this this pavilion as of now. We were talking to some of the students here. The professor right now in question, who has been in fact making that claims, and now the U-turn also. We will try and speak to her also, because there's a lot of right now media over there, and there's global media also, global media attention also on this story. But the pavilion is still functioning. What we know. The others here are tight-lipped about it. They're saying that we do not have any, we are not even aware of any such communication from the government. We will try and establish contact with the university professor as to what really happened now. As you mentioned that yes, there was social media users that have pointed out that this is actually a Chinese robot, and now what we understand from the Galgotias University, they are saying that this was just for the demonstration, and now we have corrected it to acquired from Unit 3. And this was for a demo, and it was just an AI. It was our investment. It was a part of our AI investment, not our innovation. We never claimed that it was innovated, but earlier they had claimed, Galgotias University had claimed that in fact it was created, it was manufactured at their Center of Excellence. So yes, that is why they are being now called out on social media by the company itself, that they have made false claims. They have tried to pass on an important foreign model, a foreign robot as a made in India one.
Accused of plagiarizing, the clip of the presentation quickly went viral, sparking a social media backlash and intense scrutiny. Galgotias stand accused of misrepresenting imported technology as its own breakthrough at a global tech event with heads of state and industry leaders in attendance. The university claims the uproar is unnecessary.
I am saying that Galgotias University has done a major investment in artificial intelligence only to expose our students with cutting edge technologies from across the globe. This was a part of the investment for the students to study the engineering, to do the R&D, to do the anatomy and develop something further on it and build something from the scratch which has better features, which has better version and which can contribute to Viksit Bharat. Now that did not come across very eloquently, that was not interpreted in the most sane ways, and that is how it took the internet by storm for all the wrong reasons.
The government, however, has taken strong action. Galgotias have been asked to vacate the stall and have been thrown out of the expo.
We are at the AI Impact Summit at the Bharat Mandapam. This is the Galgotias University Pavilion, and the lights have just gone off. The lights have been turned off amid the controversy surrounding the robot that is alleged to have been passed off as a maid at the Center of Excellence of Galgotias University, but it was a Chinese-made robot. Now, we had been asking the representatives, the professors, that have you been asked to vacate this venue? They were tight-lipped. They were saying that we are not aware about any such intimation, no communication to vacate this place. But now, as you can see, the other pavilions, they're all lit up. You can see the difference. And now Galgotias here, you can see the lights have just been turned off, and they will be asked to vacate. All the models are being taken off. As you can see that the models will be taken off very, very soon. So there were different AI models, but they have all been cleaned up. This is all being removed. So as you can see that this will be no more a pavilion for the Galgotias University.
Attempting to control the damage, they issued a templated statement.
I mentioned that we have procured the same, and it is an O2 model, O2 air model, and Unitary has manufactured it. We never claimed we have manufactured it. We have only said that it is a part of the 370 crores that we are investing in the direction of AI, and it is for the upskilling and experiential learning for our students.
Exactly.
All the R&D is being done, and with the help of our Center of Excellences, we are trying to develop more advanced, our own versions, our own prototypes of this.
They said that the device was procured as a learning and demonstrating tool to help students gain hands-on exposure to advanced robotics and AI programming. As the summit continues, the Galgotias stall remains cleared, while the message from the government is cleared. While the message from the government is significant, one exhibit cannot and will not run down true innovation displayed by India's talent pool.
And on to the other story that we're tracking from across the country. Now, this is in connection with Ajit Pawar's fatal crash. Now, fresh questions are being raised on that deadly crash. Rohit Pawar, the nephew of Ajit Pawar, in a press conference, has now raised questions on the black box condition. The black box, of course, plays a very crucial role as far as the investigation of a crash is concerned. He's raised questions on the aviation authorities as well. Take a look.
Speaking to the media, Ajit Pawar's nephew Rohit Pawar has said that doubts surrounding the Baramati crash are growing stronger. He asked whether the aircraft was carrying excess fuel, whether visibility was below DGCA norms, and whether the flight plan was fully reported to authorities. Rohit Pawar questioned why the plane attempted landing in foggy conditions and why it did not return if fuel was sufficient. He alleged that excess fuel could have intensified post-crash explosions, videos of which are now circulating online. The black box comprising the flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder has been recovered, but reportedly in damaged conditions. Rohit Pawar claimed that this raises suspicion, asking whether crucial evidence has been compromised. He has demanded an independent international probe by agencies like the AAIB of the UK, the BEA of France, or the NTSB of the United States. Meanwhile, VSR Aviation Director also spoke to Republic amid the controversy. He has responded to claims made by Rohit Pawar regarding the Learjet aircraft that was used by Ajit Pawar. On the morning of the 28th of January, a Learjet 45XR operated by VSR Ventures crashed while landing at the Baramati tabletop airstrip. Ajit Pawar, his staff and crew members were killed. The Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau is currently probing the crash. Allegations range from political motives to questions over aircraft maintenance and insurance value. As investigators work to piece together the final moments of the flight, political tensions continue to rise.
Now, onto the case from Delhi, the murder on the wheels because of a reel. That's about Sahil, 23-year-old, who lost his life because of the brat who was behind the wheels of an SUV and crushed him to death, all for performing stunts for a reel. And now a CCTV footage has been accessed that captures that fatal moment. Here's a report on that.
New and disturbing visuals of the Dwarka Road tragedy. Visuals show the immediate aftermath of the crash. 23-year-old Sahil Dhaneshra seen motionless on the road, his bike mangled. The 17-year-old accused seen at the spot, his sister beside him. Voices raised, chaos all around.
यही बंदा है दोनों भाई घूम गया बंदा हाँ
पुलिस को कर दिया ना
ये सब गलती से बाइक वाला जाएगा कोई मतलब नहीं बनता है भाई इतनी स्पीड में गाड़ी
इधर आजा
भाई इतनी स्पीड में गाड़ी नहीं बंदा मर गया है
बंदा मर नहीं
हाँ ये गाड़ी कैसे चला रहे हो गाड़ी देख रहा हूँ मेरा
Moments earlier, the accused's SUV had rammed into Sahil's motorcycle. The impact was brutal. Police say that the accused minor had no driving license. The vehicle itself had a troubling record: 9 overspeeding challans between November 2024 and March 2025. Yet, after being produced before the Juvenile Justice Board, the minor was granted interim bail to sit for his Class 10th board exams. For Sahil's mother, a single parent, that decision is devastating. A minor, no license, and a vehicle with repeated speeding violations. And now, a young man is dead. While the accused prepares for his exams, Sahil's mother prepares for a lifetime without him. The question remains, will there be justice?
And now on to Visakhapatnam, where the International Fleet Review 2026 was organised in full swing in the port city of Vizag. And it started with the ceremonial honours accorded to the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces of India, President Draupadi Murmu. More than 100 countries were representing in this International Fleet Review. And this time, last time India had organised that Fleet Review was in 2016 in Vizag, in Visakhapatnam. And this time it was much bigger and it had more diversity. We'll show you more glimpses from that fleet review.
President Draupadi Murmu reviewed the International Fleet Review 2026 at Visakhapatnam earlier today as Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. The proceedings began with the national anthem, setting a solemn tone for the grand maritime event. The review featured a steam past of warships and submarines. In a coordinated display, flypasts by naval aircraft was also observed. During the fleet, INS Vikrant played a major role. The IFR aimed to enhance maritime security and foster cooperation among friendly nations. Today's international fleet was focused on cooperation, coordination, and naval diplomacy. The 2026 International Fleet observed the coming together of navies from across the world. Hosting the International Fleet Review for a second time since 2016, Visakhapatnam reaffirmed its position as India's premier maritime gateway.
And now it's seat sharing versus power sharing, the controversy ahead of the polls in Tamil Nadu. It's Congress versus DMK that is unfolding in the state of Tamil Nadu. There are statements that have come in from the Congress leaders over power sharing. And right now we have senior Congress leader K.C. Venugopal also commenting that Congress is waiting for a clear-cut coalition. What does that mean? What has really transpired? We'll get you in this report.
The Congress party is facing internal challenges in Tamil Nadu as party leaders warn against public discussions on power sharing with the DMK. Venugopal distanced himself from party MP Manikam Tagore's views on power sharing. He emphasized that decisions will be made by the Congress High Command.
Our party people are also having the political ambitions. There need to be a clear-cut coalition discussion. As far as the different voice in the Congress party, I would like to categorically say that that is not the party stand at all. That may be the individual stand. If anything happened, anything spoken in that line, it is their individual opinion. That is not the party's view at all.
Meanwhile, Congress MP Manikam Tagore triggered the latest round of friction after he publicly argued that allies must treat each other with respect. Caught in the crossfire, Selvapuram Thagai publicly distanced the state unit from such remarks. He reminded party colleagues of instructions from the central leadership not to air views on alliances in public.
You see, we already said AISCC will decide. Okay, AISCC will look after all the matter. They will settle it.
The unease comes close on the heels of Chief Minister M.K. Stalin reiterating that the alliance with the Congress remained intact, while firmly rejecting any idea of sharing power in the government.
The Telangana government's decision to allow Muslim employees for a break during Ramadan has stirred a debate. BJP leaders are questioning that why such breaks are not allowed to the Hindu employees for Hindu festivals like the Mahashivratri. There are allegations of appeasement politics by the Revanth Reddy government in Telangana. Let's get you more on this.
The Telangana government, led by Congress Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, has sparked a heated political debate. This, with its decision to allow Muslim government employees to leave work at 4 p.m. during the holy month of Ramadan. Announced on February 17, 2026, the policy aims to help fasting employees break their fast and perform evening prayers. The official order covers all Muslim staff in state departments, schools and public sectors from February 19th to March 20th, 2026. Employees can depart an hour early, except in emergencies, to observe iftar and prayers.
The Congress government issued a GO yesterday stating that allowing Muslim employees, government employees, including outsourcers or contractual workers to leave the office by 4 p.m., giving them a relaxation of 1 hour for them to practice their religious practices during the Ramzan month, starting from 19th of February to 20th March. This particular order is valid where the Muslim government employees can leave the office by 4 p.m. However, this particular decision by them had created a political stir in Telangana where the BJP is accusing Congress of appeasement politics. However, Congress government maintains that this is not something new or something that they have initiated, but it has been happening in Telangana or even combined Andhra Pradesh for that matter.
BJP leaders questioned why similar relaxations aren't extended to Hindu festivals like Navratri or Shivratri. The Congress, however, is mum on the reason for their move. The chairman of the Telangana State Minority Finance Corporation says that this is not a new move.
Last decades, this procedure is there. The employees who are fasting in Ramzan, they are allowed to move before 1 hour from their working place. Opposition, I think no opposition is combating this, but only a religion party is combating as that. So it is an customized system which was introduced decades back, and it is followed throughout India, not only Telangana.
Is this genuine welfare measure or classic appeasement politics targeting minority votes?
Amity has one of India's most advanced supercomputing facilities for AI research and teaching. Equipped with world-class facilities, the center drives interdisciplinary research and industry-academia collaboration, preparing students for disruptive AI technologies. Committed to India's global tech leap, Amity is proud to be the knowledge partner at India AI Impact Summit.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मम्मा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा सबका राजा और प्योर मसाला।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
MDH की देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का। MDH की देगी मिर्च।
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country has watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote, because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote only Congress. From that press conference, neither I will gain one vote, neither I will lose one vote.
But you have said some amazing things.
Yes.
You said that you think that Gaurav Gogoi visited Pakistan on an invitation from the ISI. You have said he has gone there for specific training, and some specific training was given to him in Pakistan.
Arnab,
these are national security allegations,
yes,
sir.
Yes. Arnab, today Gaurav Gogoi did a press conference. I do not know whether you know it or no, do not know it. He has amplified my allegation. My allegation was that he got a visa for Lahore. Then next day when he arrived Lahore, Ministry of Interior Pakistan issued a letter that he can come to Karachi and Islamabad, but there was no visa for Rawalpindi. Today, in the press conference, he says that he went to Taxila, that is in Rawalpindi district, that is the headquarters of Pakistan Army, and there is no visa for visiting Rawalpindi. Now, India and Pakistan visa regime is such that it has to be city-centric. Today we put a question to Mr. Gaurav Gogoi that how can you visit the most secured place in Pakistan, that is called Rawalpindi, without a valid visa for that city. So if you Google, you will get immediate answer that an Indian citizen cannot go to Rawalpindi district of Punjab province without a valid visa. We have examined Gaurav Gogoi's visa.
But he says, I went to visit my wife. He says, I went to Pakistan to visit my wife.
Today he did a press conference and he admitted that his wife was at that point of time not doing job in Pakistan. He said in the press conference in Assam today that me and my wife went to...
Today is a historic day, the third IFR being conducted in India. Now there are around 70 ships that are participating and 20 foreign ships from 19 different nations. The most important ship that India is fielding is the INS Vikrant and is fielding MiG-29K fighters aboard.
As AI versus job debate on, tech legend Sridhar Vembu speaks to Arnab. Vembu argues against view that white-collar jobs will be taken away.
The AI revolution, maybe directly when you program something or what you are manipulating with spreadsheets, those jobs may get transformed towards more customer-facing.
Galgotias University issues statement, apologizes for creating confusion at the AI summit over Chinese robo-dog control row. Fugitive businessman tells Bombay High Court he can't return to India, cites UK travel ban. Malia stays defiant. All right, we are getting a breaking news development coming in, and that's connected with Pakistan. Okay, we have now access to footage of the place where the Pakistani hockey team was put up in Australia. And these pictures show the bunk beds and the shared kitchen. You will see it in a while. These are bunk beds where the Pakistani hockey team was kept, and it has left them livid. All 11 packed like sardines in this smallish room with a low ceiling. This is on one side you have the food that was served to them, the kitchen, the messy stuff that you see, some of the mess created by the Pakistani players themselves. Samar Paltur, Major Samar Paltur joins us over the phone for more on this. Samar, you can see massive embarrassment there for Pakistani team. On the one side, they think that they can take on India. On the other side, they cannot take care of their hockey team, national hockey team as well, while they're traveling on assignments abroad.
Abhishek, this is very, very disheartening scenes. I mean, people usually say that never mix sports with politics. Pakistan has exactly been mixing politics with sports. They've been eating up all the funds, which also includes the PCB, the Pakistan Cricket Board. It's already in shambles. We've seen it, and we've seen the controversies which have unfolded. And I feel really disheartened looking at the Pakistan hockey team. I mean, being Indian and our national sport being hockey, I certainly feel that at least if Indians can do anything to support them, because this is the lowest of the lows that an international team can ever face such a humiliation. And I mean, all my sympathies are with the Pakistan hockey team. And instead of humiliating your own hockey team like this, Pakistan should either take a stand of decency and either not commit to sending these players on a foreign soil and face embarrassment. Their Prime Minister has already been saying that Asim Munir and the Prime Minister has been going with a begging bowl all over the world. They do not have, the support to even have provide 3 meals in a day to the normal person in Pakistan.
Yeah.
And this is the condition of the international hockey team.
I mean, Major...
These are telltale signs, Abhishek, of the downfall of the Pakistan economy and their internal condition.
I mean, Major Tour, why should we be disheartened? I would say they chose it. It's their destiny, all the Pakistanis, from one embarrassment to another, from Operation Sindoor embarrassment to the ICC World T20 embarrassment to the hockey embarrassment. It's their destiny. They chose it. They chose it when they became Pakistanis or chose to be born Pakistanis or were born Pakistanis. Why should we be disheartened, Major Tour? And look at these pictures. I don't know if you're able to see them. It's really preposterous for the Pakistani generals to even think that they can take on India if this is the way they take care of their team.
Abhishek, when I say I sympathize, it's with the sport. It's with hockey. It's such a reputed sport. It's respected worldwide, and it's a source of entertainment and motivation for the youth all around the world in various countries. And if this is what Pakistan is doing to treat hockey like this, I certainly stand firm in saying that it is better that they disband their hockey team, they discontinue their hockey team, they dissolve their Pakistan hockey board, rather than humiliating these people who have worked hard to come up to an international level to be part of a certain team and a sport. So I feel sad for the sport. As far as the Pakistanis are concerned, they can do whatever they like. They are on a self-destructive path. We all are witness to it. But they cannot humiliate a sport like this. It is a black spot on hockey by these visuals that the audience is seeing. And the International Hockey Federation has to take cognizance of this and penalize the Pakistan Hockey Board. And the sports ministry should come up and actually give some reply as to why this has happened. This is it's bad for the sport. It's a wrong message.
Right. Thank you so much, Major Samar Pal Tour there on the Pakistani hockey team's destiny of living through this venue where they were put up at this hotel. Bunk beds, food served in plastic and whatnot. Moving on, coming out of this. Back home and to Indore, where a crime story is coming out and with gory pictures. Police conducted a crime scene recreation in Indore, bringing accused Piyush Dhamnodia to the rented flat in Dwarkapuri area, where he allegedly strangled his 24-year-old MBA classmate and girlfriend to death following a dispute. Now, during the reconstruction, officers verified his statements from interrogation, recovering key evidence, including a knife, a rope, and tape from the scene. A chilling letter from Piyush and their chats where he expressed desires about killing and dying were also recovered. These are pictures coming in from Indore, where the police carried out the recreation along with the accused. Are we going to have some voices on this? These are sequences of the recreations. We'll get Satyavijay live just in a bit. A horror story coming out of Madhya Pradesh, where in Indore, police is carrying out, this is the accused, And let's listen to those gnats.
थोड़ा निकल जाने नहीं, दूसरे करेंगे थोड़ा पीछे हमको दूसरी अरे वहां तक तो आ जाओ अंदर लग रहा है कि अंदर नहीं आएगा क्या? अरे रूम ही रूम आउट है ना कि नहीं है? अरे ये पहले संजय दूसरे आपका इधर ध्यान नहीं रहेगा। लेफ्ट साइड सबसे बड़ा हो जाएगा। हाँ भैया हाँ जाओ ना आप पीछे आप आगे हाँ ये से कर लेंगे दवाओं को लो पंचल इनको निकल जाओ ना भैया रुको आगे आप देखने को ये घटनास्थल पर हम चलूंगा आरोपी संजय दोनों साक्षी आरोपी के साथ कार्रवाई एक प्लान पूरा बना आ जाओ महाराज। हाँ बस ये यहाँ इधर पीछे कर दो भैया सबको इस लाइन में पीछे कर बस ये हो गया। हाँ अंदर कोई नहीं आया। हाँ इधर तुम्हारा मोबाइल आना हमारा भेजा कर पूरे घटना के बारे में जो जानकारी मिलती है वो ली जा रही है और रूम में से ये जो तुम्हारा खोले था इसमें जो है वो अभी भी हटी है पुलिस इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है। आरोपी से जो भी बता रहा है पुलिस को बता रहा है पूरा घटनाक्रम हाँ कैसे कब क्या हुआ था और उसी घटनाक्रम को लेकर जो सब चीज़ें सामने आ गई है। हाँ कौन सा उसके चाकू जो चाकू था जिससे मारा गया था टीका तो वो नहीं बराबर हुआ था। पुलिस पूछती और उसके बारे में जो है पुलिस जानने की कोशिश करती है कि कहाँ पर कौन सी चीज़ उसने छोड़ी है और वो बेस पर नीचे ये छोटा सा एक रूम है 12 बाई 8 का एक रूम है कोई नंबर 6 जिसमें ये घटनाक्रम हुआ था और पीड़िता को 10 तारीख को यहाँ पर लेकर आया था आरोपी और हत्या की गई थी इसी जगह इसी होटल में उसी पेट